Indeed. Hello, Fiddy. How are you doing, brother? How's your... you were talking about it earlier, but how's your CM round 2 been? You end up making it to finals? I mean, it's still day 1, so even if not, you know, there's still time, but obviously it's very nice to just get it squared away early, not have to worry about it. I made it to finals yesterday. Oh yeah, right. It's day 2 has started. I'm a fool. I forgot. Yeah. Rounds are tough. Yeah, it's weird. It feels like this feels like one of the CMs where you get your rainbow crystal from the events. Not yet, actually. I will. I will. So we have what, like 23 hours? I need 4K still. I kind of went about it in like a silly order, probably. Like I got the carrots first, and then I got the gold crystal shard, and now I still have to get the rainbow one. I will have a lot of time tonight to do some grinding though, so it's fine. While my friend finishes the relink story, I can get some mant runs in. But I need, like, it's probably like what, this is like a little more than 2 runs. I feel like it's kind of hard, like 1900 is about right. Like it's a little hard to get 2000 from a mant run. But yeah, it's like 2 runs roughly to get this, and then I would like to grab these as well. The hint textbooks, it's kind of whatever, but like obviously they'd be nice, but I don't know if I'm not gonna like be getting, what is this, 8,000?
Very good odds that this
another
8,000,
16,000, 10,000. Yeah, I'm not getting fucking 42,000 points out of this shit. Hello, Brickthaniel. Hello, French Toast. How are you? So like a lot of this other shit I'm probably just not gonna get, but I should be able. I mean, I'll definitely get the crystal shard at least, but and hopefully the tickets if I can. Probably prioritize the scout tickets more. I guess, right? Because yeah, something like that. Prioritize the scout tickets, or sorry, the trainee tickets more, because I mean, I guess it's less likely that you're going to pity on those anyway. But Vents is brutal. I want to clear out the hint books, but I don't think it's gonna happen. You have to play a lot to clear out everything. Like obviously, like the hint books are lower priority than everything above them, right? So to get what is this? There was 3 of these, right? I think there was 3 of these. Maybe there was like 5. Let's say it was 3. You need 4,500, 14,500, 19,500, 24,000, 28,500, 38,000, 54,500, 62,500, 70,500, right? So this is pretty crazy. Probably skipping the tickets, actually. Interesting. I mean, I look like it's not true. They are a little worse, but you can look at this as 450 carats and this is 450 carats. It's not true because carats are better, because spending 1,500 carats on a multi guarantees you an SR plus, right? Which tickets will not do. So it's maybe you could value it more at like 100 carats or something, but like this still says like 300 carats and 300 carats or something. So I would personally value it higher than everything else that's not directly above it. The hints textbooks can be nice if you have one like Giga Oshi though. Like I pumped some of them into. The only time I've used hint textbooks so far is 777s. It's something that I find I buy even for Pisces. Like even for Pisces where it doesn't actually matter, though I say it doesn't matter, by the way. I don't know how the fuck this happened. The race that qualified me for Group A finals, my Christmas Oguri did not pop her ultimate before the late race, but she popped superior heal and corner recovery. And I guess she just rolled really well on fucking downhill wit checks or something. She full spurted without her ult and without a third recovery. And then she popped 777s in the late race, and it just like it did win me the race somehow. But regardless, even the fact that it doesn't matter really in Pisces, I still find myself buying this for like career consistency on her often. So like this is the only time I've used the hint book so far, but I have not found it super meaningful otherwise. But not like I don't need for much, so I want to improve upon what I got. That's valid. I mean, that's valid. If it's like it's not a matter of pulling, it's a matter of making what I've already got on my account as strong as possible. The hint books are a way to scale your account. Like it's like it's a way to increase like the Y-intercept on your account that nothing else can do, right? To just guarantee that you start, especially for some of these weirder skills that might not be on support card, like might not be in support card decks that you bring for some people. To just be able to go, oh yeah, Killer Tunes discount or whatever the fuck. I guess can you? Oh, she doesn't get Killer Tunes. Why did I thought you got Killer Tunes? Oh, because your card gives it, I think. But yeah, you get the idea, right? Yeah, Maestro, I mean, it will be kind of... I mean, it's hard to get more than one int level on it anyway. So, 65 stream streak, goddamn thing. But yeah, okay, so there's two things I want to do. And I'm not sure exactly what order I want to do them in. And there's a good chance that I'm not going to get to do both of them. But I think the first thing I want to do... First thing I want to do is... I do want to talk about... what is, unfortunately, again, probably the least interesting CM that we've had so far. We've talked about Ares already, right? And just like most people, I have come to the conclusion that this, it stinks just a little bit, because this is kind of just Christmas Oguri heaven. And like, listen, don't get me wrong. I love me some Christmas Oguri, but I also love me a meta where like there are lots of interesting decisions to be made as far as like comp building. And this is certainly the least that we've had of that so far, right? Why did I turn my ad block? Oh, I turned my ad blockers off because I thought it was bricking my fucking YouTube, but no, it turns out it was something else, man. Turns out it was something else. Boop, boop, boop. I was like, why am I getting ads on Game Torah? I don't want none of that. Wait, there we go, perfect. But, you know, I'm going all out with the CM to win with Saiyan. Yeah, like, there are still interesting things you can do. Like, certainly, you know, if you are an Oshi PvPer and your Oshi is not Oguri Cap, this is, like, your ultimate test, right? This is, like, this is the most dominant that a single horse has ever been in any CM ever. Maybe it will only be beaten, from what I've heard, by, like, the next one, maybe? Or is it? No, it's not Taurus. Is it Gemini? Which one is Hanshin 2200? Because Taurus is it 15? Yeah, I've heard this one is maybe even worse, right? Gemini Gold Ship? Gold Ship was not first Gemini anyway, I see what you mean, but still, like, Gold Ship was the easiest option to bring, for sure, right? Gold Ship was the easiest option to bring, but, like, he was not, I don't think... Like, she was dominant because no one had anything else. It was not actually that Gold Chip was just like a push everyone out of the meta type horse, you know. That was just like early on, no one had shit, and Gold Chip was the easiest thing to bring. So point being, if you're an Oshi player, this is your chance. Like, this is your chance to have your Oshi overcome overwhelming odds. As an Oguri Oshi, my interesting thing is I'm like, all right. The one thing about this that does make it, like, if you try to make this an interesting building experience, the one thing becomes, this is essentially how fucking crazy can we, like, how much can you optimize one single horse? You know, like, if we're really just gonna do the, I mean, I don't know if this is the meta team comp, obviously bringing a Christmas Oguri is, but I don't know if these other two is like the meta team comp necessarily. I don't know if it's just like bringing Oguri and two Dominators or whatever, but if you're gonna make this sort of a one ace show, right? That's not something I usually do. So it becomes a matter of, okay, say I'm gonna run like Christmas Oguri and like Tachyon Dominator and I don't fucking know, Grass Wonder Dominator or something like that, right? How much can you just push the ceiling on a single Oguri? The fact that you're probably going to be able to get a very acceptable Dominator, like hybrid ace pretty quickly means that most of your runs are gonna be dedicated to making this one ace. So it's like, if we had to dial all of the knobs to 100, because one of the things that's interesting is like, okay, if I'm just running Pace Christmas Oguri and fucking everyone else is running Pace Christmas Oguri, how do you separate yours? It's not really stats anymore. You can't just be like, I'm gonna stat mog everyone, because not only is, you know, this a very reasonable CM to get 1200 speed, enough stamina, 1200 power, enough guts, and 1200 wit, it's even easier on Christmas Oguri because enough stamina is less than it is on everyone else. I mean, I would wager, we can check right now, but I would wager it's like, you probably don't even have to worry about it at all. Like, the default just Mant existence is probably going to get you there. Oh, they don't have it yet. What is it? It is Nakayama, right? It's Satsuki Show. Nakayama 2000. What are the conditions? Right-handed, sunny spring day with firm conditions. Yeah, so firm, sunny, spring, all of that. I wager you probably can get away with, like, the default stamina you would get from finishing a Mantron, is my guess. Like, 550. I want, like, genuinely, like, say we have, like, 550. Maybe this isn't enough, but I feel like it might be. 12 hundo, right? 12 hundo, and, like, 400. It's, like, really hard to get less than... Like, I have found that it is very hard to have a stat end up at lower than 400 just through epithets alone. in Mant, right? Epithets and the fact you get plus 70 to all from the TS Climax. It's the most that any like late game scenario has ever given us, right? So you get 7. Well, actually, I mean, if you count just from senior year, from like finishing the Aramakinen, you get I think 87 to all, right? Because you get 7 to all from best senior, or no, you get 10 to all from best senior year Uma Musume. You get 7 to all from that one event with Etsuko that's like the best for whom or whatever, and then you get 70 to all from 60 to all from the TS Climax races, and then 10 to all from the Radiant Star event. So, like, you get 87 to all, plus all of the random skill increases from, like, rival races and epithets and stuff. It is, like, I think it's very hard to get a stat lower than this, even if you never click it, ever. And you never even click a stat, like a secondary trading for it, right? So let's say that's the case. And let's say you're rocking, well, we might come back to Hanshin Race Course in a second. Not because we need the stamina, but because I think there could be an interesting idea to stand out as an Oguri. But, sure, let's just say it's whatever 3 recoveries. This works. 777s, this obviously, well, this is not what you would be doing, but let's say it's like any 3 recoveries and like U equals MA squared. Sure. Ignited Spirit stamina is probably not the go-to because you just have Hydrate, but it works. It's the same thing. So 4 whites, right-handed, double circle, sure, distance S, this stat line. This is not probably exactly what you're looking for in terms of skills. Like, let's say, like, we go pace corners, and oh, I forgot you don't have to click out anymore. Pace corners and like pace straightaways, and like medium. Like let's just load her up with as much mid race as possible and see what it looks like, right? I bet you this is still enough stamina. Maybe I'm wrong, but we will see in a second here. Yeah, right, easily. As many PDM cancels as you can fit in, plus hesitant pace from Marvelous Sunday. Yep. So like this is like it is even probably easier to hit your 1200 on Christmas Oguri because the stamina requirement doesn't exist, right? She just, like, the most efficient thing to do is going to be to have 4 white recoveries anyway. Her ult is essentially, it's not a gold recovery, it's like a superior heal, right? So she has 3.5%, 5%, 6.5%, 8%, and 9.5%, right? So you have 2 gold recoveries you're bringing on a 2000. It's impossible to not end up with 100% spurt rate, as far as I can tell. So, stats won't do it. PDM cancels, like early velocity, is interesting. Probably not Umastan, because Umastan is going to be happening after the forced PDM section here. There's a 2,000 meter track. I mean, maybe you could still make it work. Like, it could still be part of a chain of early game skills, I suppose. It is not going to be like a superstar by itself, but if you can, I suppose. But things like Slipstream, the track starts on a straightaway, right? Yeah. Things like Slipstream, straightaway skills, all of that could certainly be helpful to give yourself the chance to high roll on hitting them early, and then you just shoom, right? The other thing that I was thinking about that I'm honestly interested in is people are going to be running fronts in the CM for sure. And with that being the case, I do wonder, since at some like we talk about mid-race skills, or we talk about spamming mid-race skills in your Oguri, and I think that's definitely correct. Like, definitely, like, Marvelous Sunday Wit is or I guess Marvelous Sunday Power too, if you want to do that. It's probably totally fine, because she has ramp up, she has tail held high, she has hesitant pace. All this is great. Agnes Tachyon Wit is probably good. Medium straightaways, medium corners. She even has like the white version of Dominator, but obviously if you're running the pace, you're probably not going to do that. Groundwork. I wonder if it's worth to just like shove groundwork on the Oguri and try and grab the triggers for it. Right-handed should not be the worst thing in the world to get. I've found this to be consistent-ish to get in Mant just from rival race hints, but also if like you're bringing fine motion or something, you can try and hit that. It's a little rough afterwards. I mean, she doesn't have anything built into her kit, obviously. So I mean, like, Kita-san can give you focus, and then what she does have is Oguri does have an event, I believe. Hold on, let me see if I'm a fake Oguri Cap Oshi. I believe Oguri Cap does have an event for Nakayama Racecourse, I believe. Yes, yeah. She gets Nakayama Racecourse out of her something. No, it's not something smells good. Running on full. Yeah, this event right here. Right, you're running Fuku over NTR, correct? Generally, yes. Though I have found that I kind of, on like, if I'm running like a pace or just Oguri in general, I found I kind of don't want either of them. Not don't want necessarily, But I really liked Fuku when I was building Tama and I was building Maya for like just the extra stability in the early race. I have found you don't need it on Oguri most of the time, and you can just try and like greed for more stats. Though Fuku can be good for that too, obviously. She's just 150 stats in the can. MTR can give you firm condition. That's actually a valid point. MTR gives you, what's it, good track demon or whatever? It's like 60 speed and power? Yeah, maybe it'll be worth MTR then. Because, yeah, I generally think that one of the ways you can do it is just slap groundwork on your Oguri. And, like, I don't have a good, like, groundwork system, but, like, I mean, we have an extra card slot. Like, it's like, you don't need more than 2 speed. You don't need, I mean, you could go 3 wit. It's fine. But, like, I don't think you need it necessarily. So you have 2 slots. Like, you grab, like, if we want to hit 1200 power, we can grab a power card, and I think it could be Smart Falcon. Like, genuinely, I think this might be, like, this could be, like, a bring, maybe it's, like, 2 speed, 3 wit Smart Falcon or something. But, like, you could just bring the Smart Falcon power card, unironically, for the groundwork, right? I do have her. I pulled her off a random ticket. She is only 0 LB, so she's basically an anchor tied to the deck's legs, entirely for the sake of getting groundwork, almost certainly, off of her events. She does also give you prudent positioning, which obviously does nothing, but, at least for Oguri. But it is still another early race skill you can get if you fuck up on some of the other ones. So I think Power Pasa is a way better borrow. Power Pasa. Power Pasa. I mean, honestly, you could bring both. This is basically not a power card. This is just here for groundwork. Power. Oh, I don't know why I typed in Power Pasa. She does give you Killer Tunes, which is just another Professor of Curvature, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's just another Pro Curve on a medium track, which is obviously great. She is actually a really good power stat stick too, right? Like if you're borrowing, well, not really good, is she? Oh no, yeah. I was gonna say I thought her friendship bonus was pretty high. It's this, yeah. So it's like she's rocking. What is this? 30? Is it 30%? Does it stack like this? You could use Pasa on the parent runs, and Pasa will. You could use Falco on the parent runs, and Pasa will feed you greens. Standard distance does work. Sunny days does work. That's true, actually. That is true. I mean, if we're running MTR for the firm track demon, we can definitely just replace her with Pasa. We don't actually care about the stats from. I mean, the 60 speed from firm track demon is nice, right? But we're running her for the greens, so. And it probably is going to be harder to hit that 1200 power than the 1200 speed. Well, it's definitely going to be harder to hit the 1200 power than the 1200 speed. So it probably isn't a bad idea to actually bring a decent power stat stick. I mean, genuinely, I'm thinking about it in my head right now. I'm like, you could bring Kita-san. You could bring... I'm not sure what other speed SR you bring. I feel like you really care about skill hints here. Brick? More like Frick TBH? What did I do, man? What did I fucking do? Running 2 speed, 2 wit, power Pasa for Saiyan. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a similar... I might do 2 speed, 2 wit, Pasa, and, like, Smart Falcon. Or not, yeah, like, just as, like, a basically groundwork. Because I'm like, what third card do I want? The problem is... It really does feel like it's just... I only care about the speed hints you can provide me. You have pace hints, right? You're interesting. Medium straightaways, medium, but I mean, you're overlapping with Tachyon, so I don't really care. Pace just a straight, yeah, you're overlapping. Tachyon has that covered. Is there someone who has like both pace corners and pace straightaways and is a speed card? Pace corners. Well, right away the answer seems like no. You're a power card, stamina. Wait, Nishin of Black. Hold up, no, I don't have you though. And then, I mean, pace straightaways is... Well, Pasa is actually... Pasa does have pace straightaways, so I guess you only do care about pace... You can get pace corners through rival hints, too. So it's not, like, the most important thing. But it does just feel like it's, like alright, if I, like, go in here... If we go in here and, like, look at some speed SRs... Like, if power... Because I don't have power Pasa, like... I might not have her at all. Like, I used to have her on 0 LB, but that was on the account before I... rerolled. You get it from racing for sure. It'll be a decent chance, especially don't transfer. Especially if we're talking like you gotta prune it with the other ones, right? This is the wrong fucking place. Where am I going? If I go here, right, and we look at like speed cards, like you are not really the candidate. I don't think you're not the one. You don't weigh a ton, etc. I mean, you have 0 initial friendship, which kind of blows ass. You do have medium straightaways and corners, but again, not worth because Tachyon's got that covered. Kita-san is coming. I mean, obviously, Professor of Curvature is enough to justify her spot there by itself, even agnostic of her speed output. You give Nimble Nav, right? Yeah, which is interesting, but otherwise I'm not so sure that I care. Nimble Nav is not going to be great here either, right? Killer Tunes from Pasa is good. No, I agree. Yeah, Pasa is a good shout. Nimble Nav, I mean, it'll be fine. The final corner is like started. Like there will be some spread happening here. Nimble Nav will not be super consistent, but it's probably worth getting if you can spare the skill points on it, right? It is still going to be something you, and there's going to be probably a lot of pace chasers. So you probably can, like your odds of popping it are probably going to be decent. But we just look at SRs instead. Like, my problem is, so you're all late surger skills, right? So you're not what we're looking for. I mean, you have Slipstream, I guess. The rest of it is not so great. In fact, the rest of it is kind of useless. I mean, corner recovery, sure. I mean, firm conditions. Like, the speed SRs, what do you have, actually? A bunch of mile stuff. Yeah, Slick Surge, not really good. And then Miss Windy. Prepared to pass. I mean, unironically, it's something. If we're not going to be bringing Fine Mo, then it might actually be a little hard to get this. You also have to consider race bonus on the cards too. Yeah, but race bonus is fine. Race bonus will work out. I don't think many speed SRs have 10% other than Windy. Yeah, you generally don't. Like, in my experience, wit cards have really good race bonus, so you can kind of just cobble it together. You know what I mean? Well, actually, what is Pasa sitting at, though? It's a good question. Pasa's sitting at 10, yeah. So if it's like, I have 10 from Sunday, 10 from Agnes, 10 from Pasa, like, we have 3 slots to make up 50 or 20%, right? So you can go 5. You can bring 2 with 5% and you're chilling. But, I mean, even with that being said, Windy does just seem like she might be the best here, because she's the only one that, like, provides a skill that I care about. I mean, I guess you could argue that Tosho counts, right, having the Slipstream, but this might be the time to finally spend my gold shards on Windy. Competitive Spirit is probably insanely likely to pop too, as a green. Like, it's not, because you need what? You need 3 other? You need 3 other ones? Well, maybe not insanely likely. If everyone is if everyone is going to go 1 Christmas Oguri and then a bunch of other strategies, like they go like Christmas Oguri and fronts or Christmas Oguri and dominators or something like that, then maybe insanely likely is a bit of a. I mean, if I built like 3 pace, then I could make it happen. But yeah, greater than or equal to 40%, and 9 times 0.4. Yeah, you need. I think this doesn't round down, right? So you need 3 others besides you. Is the buff they gave it. It used to be like 5 others besides you. So like there probably will be 3 paces a lobby at least, but you might not get 4 every time. Still though, it's not a bad, like it could be a nice fallback. Hesitant front, not really as useful. It might be a Windy angle. So it might be like Kita-san, Shinko Windy, that's 15% race bonus, right? Marvelous Sunday, Wit, Tachyon Wit, that's 35 total, and a bunch of skill hints that are useful so far. Pasa Power Borrow, so that puts us to 45. And then, ooh, that's actually a good question. Do you have 5% race bonus on the Smart Falcon? You might not. You genuinely might not, which would be a little bit of an issue. I mean, 45, it gets you to like 90. You lose out a little bit for sure, and it gets you to like, I think, 19. It's in 19 off the Twinkle Star Climax races. Where'd she go? I'm pretty sure I do. Did I hallucinate pulling her? No, I do have her. Level 45 when she gets it. Yucky. Just run your Nice Nature. Yeah. I wanted to run Tachyon over Nice Nature because of the fact that she has better skill hits for this, right? Because Nady does not really hook you up with anything meaningful in that sense. Yeah, right? Like nothing, basically. 0. Like all of her hints are kind of worthless, and on your left it does nothing either. I mean, I guess she can give you ramp up, which is nice. So I was hoping to get away with Tachyon, but it seems like it might be a little difficult. I might play around with it, honestly. I might play around with 45% race bonus and see how it feels. I did it once accidentally, and it did not feel like it was... Like, it's not like it's, like, run breaking or anything like that, but you do certainly lose out on probably a good 30 to all. Like, it's like anti-Fukitaru. Like, it's like you probably lose out on, like, 30 to all stats or something like that. Because 50 is a break point, right? You can work with 45, just need a higher roll. Yeah. I feel like Nice Nature is... I mean, she's a great wit stat stick as well, right? She has 2 wit bonus and a decently high prio. And a decently high friendship bonus as well. So she's really just good at pumping out wit numbers. But I wonder if that will be necessary. The other argument is finding some other way to get groundwork, right? Because yeah, she gets the race bonus at 3LB. Hello, stream. Hello, Phantom. But I don't. I mean, they don't make it easy to get kind of on purpose, right? Like you either need the sparks, or you're kind of out of luck. This guts card. What the fuck? I don't have her, so. I mean the Oguri power, but the Oguri power has a lot of hints if I remember correctly. Like one of them is groundwork, but it's not. It's better than gold ship, right? It is better than gold ship. He's rocking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a 1 in 11 chance, right? They have a parent ready already. But your Oguri? Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, right. I forgot. Oguri can't use the Oguri card. It's the worst thing in the world. Yeah. So, I mean, this is one of those things where, like, if you don't want to be lazy, you farm up a good groundwork parent, and you find a good groundwork parent, and you shit that Smart Falcon out of the deck. Which, I mean, that is definitely the optimal thing to do, but I do wonder if I did that, what would I say? I don't care about running. You have so long to grind, you might as well try and then swap Pasa for Smalkit if it comes down to the wire. I guess. I mean, I think you can run both, genuinely. I think you can get away with 2 speed, 2 wit, 2 power. Because you want to hit 1200 power anyway, and I think you can hit 1200 speed and wit with none stamina requirement at all. I think you can hit 1200 speed and 1200 wit with just 2 cards, but too much power IMO? Yeah, but I think you're overflowing a stat regardless. 3 speed, 2 wit, 1 power is too much speed. 3 wit, 2 speed, 1 power is too much wit, probably. Right? Like, I would 3 speed is going to be like there is no way to not overflow. I guess you could bring Rico, but like why do I don't want the stamina, right? Like she can still smooth out the run, but too much wit greater than? No, but I mean, like when I say too much wit, I mean everything is gonna be over 12. Like it's gonna be leaking. Like when I say too much wit, I mean you're not gonna benefit from it, you know? Like I was able to pretty consistently hit 1100 plus wit with 2 wit cards when I had to get to like 900 stamina on Christmas Oguri for Pisces. So it's like you're gonna like the 6th card is kind of there to do something that isn't give stats anyway, right? Replace Rico with the team's serious card. I don't know if you have it maxed. I haven't done the story yet. I should do that. What the fuck does this card do? I actually have no idea. Like, let's take a look at this, because I don't know what this does at all. But yeah, like, my point is, like, the 6th card, I think, on Christmas Oguri is doing something besides giving you stats anyways. So it just depends on, like, maybe if I had, like, the Yukino Bijin wit, I think this is, like, a perfect landing spot. She's not worth a borrow, but she is probably, like, if you have her, you probably can just, like, tie your deck down to just get NSM. Just something else to, like, put you, like, to give you an edge in some races over the other Christmas Oguris. But I don't have her. And she's definitely probably not worth the borrow over, like, a Power Pasa. But your 6th card is going to be doing something besides giving you stats, is my guess. Certainly, if you have 3 wit, it gets very consistent. It gets very, very easy. But I don't think you need that consistency to that extent. So you guys gain 10 TE when the bond gauge is 80. Sure. 15, yeah. From wit friendship training, you get energy recovery back. Okay. The sport card gives you stats and event recoveries. Sure. Some race bonus. 5% of it, they'll be better than Smalkin. Early lead, obviously not anything worthwhile. Everyone's expectations strongly inspire the skill user, increasing velocity on the final corner. Best in Japan. This is a special week type shit for sure. Just final corner speed increase. Okay. That's nice. I think I saw Akita-san pop this and then get run down on in round 2, so that was fun. Once you do all the dates, they rainbow train on every facility. Ooh, is that how group cards always work? Is this always the case with group cards? That's quite a strong gimmick, especially, like, I don't know if this one is that good yet. I don't know that it isn't either, but I think so. Ooh, that is a pretty strong gimmick to just have them be a free rainbow. I mean, their friendship bonus isn't crazy, but 50, like, an extra 15% with the TE as well. It's just like the God Roamer, right? Some guts as well. There's a lot of dates to go through, though, right? Do you have, like, you literally have to go through all of these? Because, like, Rico, you have to get through 5, right? This is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ha 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 ha. Is this how this works? You have to go through all 7 of these, and then you get the full rainbow training? On the right, I mean, this is 12 stamina, 12 guts, 12 wit, plus, what is that? 20%? So that'll be plus about 3. So that'll be 15. That's 15 to 3 stats. Risky business. Yeah, this is an odd skill, but, you know. I mean, unironically, you know, I mean, unironically on this track, it's not so bad because I don't care about the stamina drain at all. It's just another mid-race speed skill. Huh. Target and sight. Target and sight is likely to activate too. The favorite being another Christmas Oguri or your Christmas Oguri is probably pretty likely. Energy, mood, power. This one's not as great, right? But it's something. You have to go through all of them. I live. Hello, Nargi. Hi, how are you? It's something, at least, right? It's not the best, but it's something. Naruto Brian gives you, heals, practice poor, and 24 speed, which again, plus 20%, so it'll be closer to 29 speed. I mean, these are decent events, honestly. This is gonna be like 21 speed and power. I mean, hold on. This might be an interesting card. This might be worth doing some parent runs. I don't know if you read, I've been struggling all day with turning on my PC. Oh, I did not. This is 52 energy. And then 26 energy, which is probably going to be closer to like 30. 15 speed, stamina, power, and best in Japan hint. And then get Pure Passion Team Series. Can carry out friendship training with Team Serious and is immune to insomnia as well as lazy habit. I assume lazy habit is slacker, right? That did not stop me from attending. You know, I'm glad you unfucked your shit. Isn't there something weird with the status where it can just like go away randomly? Is that? I think this is including the buffs. Oh, you're right. It is, right? Because this will be. Yeah. Never mind. You're right. Still though, I mean, these are good events regardless. Right? It's a decent amount of like overall. You do have to go through like going through the difference between 5 and 7 is pretty big though, right? But this is like a decent amount of just like a smattering of stats. No wit, which is sad, but. And the stamina is a little wasted here for sure, but it's something. Wasn't there something weird with this? I've heard some people talking about this, like, this status, like, randomly just leaves you in the middle of a run and comes back or something. I don't know about unfucking my shit. My USB keyboard still shocks me if I touch it. Oh. Seems bad. No? Seems not good. It's like a guy like me feels like that seems like not good. This is an interesting card. This could be a card, unironically, it's like this risky business skill is just like it's just the only reason I really care is it's another mid-race speed skill. Nothing can stop me. Baby game for babies. It's an interesting card. It does have the race bonus too. It's also a PS2 cable one, and it's shocking you when you touch it. They have firm conditions as well. I guess we have to think about the groundwork triggers. Like say, for example, again, if we have Kita-san can give us focus, I guess. We can get Nakayama Race Course from Oguri. We can get right-handed not super easily, right? Pasa was giving us standard distance. Is that possible? Like, we definitely have enough spread out through everything, right? Pasa was standard distance and sunny days. Yeah, we have enough ground. We don't have to worry about groundwork triggers. Prepared to pass is Pasa as well, though. Basically, do you have the club points to max it? Ooh, I see. I don't think I do. I might not. At least it might not be worth it if it costs a lot of them. Might be a save angle. Pasa does get prepared to pass. $5, $15, $25, $35, $45, yeah. I'm just trying to think about what, like, if it's not going to be you, and it probably shouldn't be, but, like, what 6th card is worth bringing for its, like, non-stat effect? You know what I mean? And I don't know. I mean, like, maybe, like, a 0 LB fine mode just for Speedstar, unironically. Like, I guess. Again, she can have good skill hints, nimble nav, right hand. Yeah, that. I think it's just stat padding. I don't think you need it. I generally don't think you need it. Considering, like, the stats I was hitting, trying to hit 900 stamina. Race bonus, yeah, race bonus you could consider as well. Which, unfortunately, 0 LB fine mode is not exactly, she's not exactly cooking in that department. I could make her, oh, she's still 5. We get us to 50. I do have my voucher ticket, by the way. I should get her to 1 LB. She's going to be the target of that, for sure. I should do that. Yeah, I guess maybe this is probably better than bringing the Falcon, right? And then just try and get the best groundwork parents you can in the meantime. And then also find, like, a 3-star groundwork parent yourself. I'm sure lots of them exist. Well, the problem is I need a Tachyon. As far as inherits, I think you just send Kita, Shinko, Pasa, Nice Nature, Tachyon, and Marv. Why? Kita, Shinko, Pasa, I agree. Tachyon, Marv, Nice Nature. I mean, why do I want Nice Nature there? Is it just the 50? I guess the 15 race bonus in that deck will bring us to 60, right? I guess that does bring us to 60 race bonus, doesn't it? Yeah. It is 60 RB, isn't it? 60 is big. That is a lot of race bonus. Skill points is going to be, like, again, the extra skill points you're going to get from that, I think, is going to be pretty huge. Yeah, I suppose. More skill points? Yeah. Easier whip maxes let you race more? Yeah. The skill, like, I was just kind of neglecting the fact that she would just bring us from 45 to 60 RB. I got it's certainly the easiest thing for me to do as well, right? I have her MLB. Like, I just bring her. It doesn't take up my borrow slot. It doesn't do anything. I suppose. And this event, this has only been useful for me, like, twice, but when it does hit, this shit is crazy. Like, when you do just happen to hit, like, the skin outbreak or the slow metabolism or something, and then, like, you get the nice nature event, like, a turn or two later, it should feel so good. Obviously, it's not reliable at all, but it is very nice. If you have MLB in nature, you probably just use it every run. Yeah, I was thinking that, like, her skills that she provides are not worthwhile, but I guess the 15 race bonus is probably enough to make up for that, right? Yeah, so that's just a matter of farming a groundwork parent. As far as inherits for Christmas Oguri, Tachyon is probably a little, maybe not non-negotiable, but probably a very good idea. And then honestly, it might be a Maruzensky angle. I have a Tachyon. I have Tachyon, and I'm going to be building Tachyon. So I think what I'm probably going to do first is do some Tachyon runs, basically as parent runs, but also they can double as an ace run because her requirement's not going to be that crazy, really, right? Maru, yeah, I think so. Redshift is quite good. Like, yes, the final corner starts late, but it's not, you won't be done accelerating, right? It'll just be guaranteed excel every race. Should be, anyway, if you pass the whip check, of course. Like, the final corner is 1450, the spurt starts 1333, so it is 117 meters later, which means it'll be roughly 5 seconds into your acceleration, roughly. Would Baccarole be better? Maybe. Oguri is going to be accelerating for something in the neighborhood of 8 seconds, probably, maybe 7. Because Festive Miracle is going to be... Festive Miracle, the acceleration for Festive Miracle here is not as amazing as you might think, right? Because, like, it's still, don't get me wrong, it's amazing. But you are missing out on some of it here. Like, 777 is, what's it? 1267 meters away. So you're losing out on like 3 seconds of the ultimate. So you're going to get 7 seconds of acceleration out of the ultimate. That is not going to be your entire acceleration phase. It's very close, right? It's very close. But having a little bit of extra excel is probably not a problem. I mean, I guess if you have anything else like head on or nimble nav or something, then you'll every now and then redshift will be useless. Of blessings. I mean, you're definitely going to pop 7 skills. Is it better to just have a 0.25 speed for however long it lasts? It might be. I think it's nice to have it as another option, certainly. How long does this last again? I mean, it always perfect hits, right? Which is nice. This will be about 5 seconds, 4.8 seconds of 0.25. I mean, that's pretty nice, certainly. I think definitely I can look for both because I have you. But I have Tachyon, I'm going to be doing Tachyon. So it's going to be a lot easier for me to get like a good Tachyon parent. I can run Smart Falcon on her and try to force a groundwork spark out of her. But yeah, like TM Opera O and Maru, I think are both fine. I think Redshift is quite good. I think that... What is this word? Also, Duckaroa. Thank you for the follow, man. Barcarolle. Hey, I got to S rank in a week thanks to your guide. You're the GOAT. Dude. That's awesome. I'm very glad. I'm always, a lot of people talk about that guide. Not a lot of people. I've gotten a few. Like I take it with, I take it seriously because I do want it to be especially helpful for people who are new. I have gotten a couple of comments on that guide, like, bro, low rank is way harder than you're saying that it is. This shit doesn't work, and I sympathize with that. I don't think that's true. But it is nice certainly to hear when people say that, like, oh, like it does. Like I can't actually get, from like D rank to S rank with this. That helps for sure. I'm certainly very confident in what I say for S+, and Master because I've gone through there like 100 times, but I'm relatively confident in the low rank stuff too. I still want to try that out at some point. I still want to do our last bit of smurfing ever, where I make a secondary account and we just start at D rank and I don't do anything except the stuff that I say to do in the guide, and I don't like include any other higher level shit and see if it works or not. I think that could be a fun idea for a video and a stream. Started from D, it's nothing but jumpers and mashers. I mean, to be people want to kill people, right? People want to be like A rank. I think is a big difficulty jump. Like surely the people in A rank start to get a lot better, but I feel like I represent that. Like you know, you got to learn some basic combos. You got to start to learn a little bit of a game plan once you get to A rank. DCB, I think it really is just going to be about getting really good at killing the other guy, by and large. Yes, I think these two are probably both fine. We can look for like either one, either a Maru or a New York Opera O. Personally, I don't think that like it's a good shout, and I like having it because it means like it can double my parents' pool. Or Ardens? What is Ardens? What do you do, by the way? I still never looked at what you do. What do you do? 14% stam, 8% guts, 8% wit. Sure, not the worst. Fine, medium and long. Can run miles pretty easily. Late surger, end closer. From the mid pack, in the second half of the race, slightly increased velocity for duration based on remaining endurance. Ooh, interesting. Scales their current HP. I wonder what the duration scales. It's always 0.15 though. Like it doesn't get better than that. Interesting. The duration has to be like real long, no? Maximum theoretical on 3600 is 72 seconds. Wait, where do you get the formula for this? How do you know? Where? Because this is one thing that I wish Game Tora had is for stuff like this. If it had like it does on some things. Like I remember on was it Yainu Muteki or who was it? The person who got extra acceleration and duration on their ult for passing people before it procced. Game Tora actually has the formula there and the increase per pass, but like doesn't have it here. Which like that's really important. Like that, you know, if this can like double its duration, then that's nice. If this can like quadruple its duration, then that's insane, right? It varies a lot based on what the actual numbers are. I mean, 72 seconds on a 3600 means that it will be 72 over 3.6. That 18? What is 72 over 3.6? 20. So it can quadruple. So okay, it can quadruple its duration if you're at max HP when it triggers, or whatever the max scaling bonus for it is. That's kind of nuts. I mean, that's a really good ultimate then, right? Like, considering this is going to activate as soon, like if this activates as soon as possible. Pinged you in Discord? I am curious. Where did you get this? What's the resource for this? Umusuda Wiki game mechanics. I see. Oh, it's not based on your percentage of HP. It's literally based on your remaining HP. Ah, that makes sense. So you need like a lot of stamina to actually get the really good shit. That tracks. That tracks. So if you have more than 3,500 HP, then you get 4x duration. Wow. Who would have thought? That's a lot of HP though. Like stamina, like late surger will have the easiest time doing this. What is the HP conversion rate for late surgers again? Like if we go to the race mechanics doc and we type HP in this bitch. Wait, HP, just HP, I think. 0.8 times 1 times stamina stats plus course distance in meters. The max HP. So you just get, like if you're on a 3600, you just get 3600 HP? Like you get, interesting. I mean, I guess you use more than 1 per meter, so it's fine, but. Oh, anyway, so this will be like, so you have 1200 stamina, 0.8 times 1200 plus 3600 is 4560, right? If you have no stamina, you just get 3600? Yeah. Interesting. So, this is like, on like, Pisces, for example, if you had 1200 stamina, which you probably didn't, but if you did, you got 4160, and then this is 50% into the race. So you have to, it's like that, this is the hard part. Like having 3,500, 50% into the race, this like, you need like the stamina to uncap. This is like if you're a late surger too, right? It's the best it gets. Like, you use... It's like you use half your stamina, or more than half your stamina, I think, in like the late race. We can check this in the Uma later. Like if we, let's just plug you in with like 1200 stamina, right? And call you a late surger and run on Aquarius, right? And go from there. She has a 7.5% gold heal. Oh, right, because they heal your HP. Right. That's true. Yeah, she has a calm mind. And it's when the mid-race starts. Oh, that's some nice little synergy. There's coefficients for the style, right? Yeah. Basically, late surger gets a multiplication of 1, and everyone else is lower. With runaway being the worst, space station being second, frontrunner being third, and end closer being essentially the same. Like end closer and late surger are like there's big jumps between the other strategies, right? Like there's a 0.045 here, a 0.06 here, and a 0.03 here. End closer and late surger are essentially the same. The late surge is slightly better. This can make a difference. Like this is probably like a 20 stamina diff or something. But imagine a long S from mid game to almost the end. Yeah, I mean 0.15 extra speed is certainly like that is a good ultimate if you build around it, which you should. It's worth building around, right? Stamina consumption is interesting though, right? Like if we look at Uma 2, so obviously you never spurt. That's fine. Uma 2 is the red one. Right, like she starts with 4160, right? Just as the calculations told us. By the time the late race begins, right, with a couple of heals, well, a lot of heals popping to be fair, she is at 2600, right? So, and then she ends with 900 left. So you use a lot more of your stamina in the late race because you're just running faster, right? Like probably even though the late race is only 2/6 of the race, you probably use about 50% of your stamina there and 50% of your stamina in the lead up to it. So you would need recoveries to pop, right? You would need recoveries to pop. It's doable though. I mean, at least getting the 3500 heal, or sorry, the 3.5x. Yeah, like this, that's very doable, and that is, I mean, you'd have to build around it, but it's interesting. I mean, at the end of the day, say like on let's say it was on Ares and you got the, let's be like a little more realistic, right? Let's say it's on Ares and you got the triple duration, right? That should be, if you're building her and you've got of Calm Mind and all this shit. Now of Calm Mind is going to lose you current speeds for 5 seconds. No, less, about 4 seconds, right? So you're going to lose in the neighborhood of 4 seconds of 0.15. But say you do that, and you get, again, that 3x speed, or 3x duration. This is going to be 15 seconds times 3.2. It's going to be like close to 50, and 48. So it's going to be 48 seconds of 0.15, which is actually 44 seconds of 0.15 if you count what you lost from of Calm Mind, which is still 2 lengths, right? It's 2.5 lengths. Like that's very nice. Like if you compare that to Gold Ship, right? Anchoring away. Gold Ship will get 6 times 3.2 times 0.25. This is like 50% better than Anchors Away. And Anchors Away is crazy, right? Anchors Away is really fucking good. So that's a damn good ult. It's like it does require you to build around it, but I feel like that's powerful enough to warrant it. And again, it's all of that is mid-race positioning too, right? So very nice. Anyway, not for this though. You're not useful for this. I just got distracted because I'd like to try and at least stay up to date with what these new horses do. What's you saying Arden earlier? What does Arden do? I forget. Close to the runner behind in the final straight, consume endurance to greatly increase velocity for a moderate duration. Ah, I see. I mean, this is probably just worse than Barcarolle, though, right? Because this is a greatly increase, which is nice. Barcarolle will also be a greatly increase. It'll be more consistent to activate, and, like, 7 skills until then. Like, if you're not doing that, you've lost. Why is your Oguri not activating 7 skills in the CM, right? So, like, this is not bad. I guess, again, this can increase the window, right, of things that you have to do, or pairs that you can check. Like, this is worse than New York Opera, but it is close enough, right? It's close enough that it's at least worth checking, probably, in the list of pairs. Okay, yeah, so I think the plan there is Agnes Jackinget. Start with Agnes Jackinget runs, run Late Surger, Dominator, Agnes Jackinget, but, I mean, maybe, yeah, I guess I don't really care too much for her giving any white skill hints besides groundwork, but, you know, if we can get in, like, medium straightaways, medium corners, stuff like this, especially Oguri, you activate 3+1 just for ult. Yeah. And then, like, if you're not activating, you're probably going to be activating 4+1 on some runs, and you have like all of your speed skills, all your excel skills. Like, you should be activating 12 skills or something like that on average. So 7 should not be a problem at all. So probably I'm gonna do some Agnes Jacking It runs, and then try like just, you know, maybe I'll hybridize the parent and the ace run. Like I'll basically just waste. I'll get groundwork on her, even though she probably won't be able to proc it. And even if she did as a late surger, I don't know that you care. But really, she's mostly there to probably gamble and hit Dominator, right? Because you can't really beat Christmas Oguri, I think, unless you hit like a perfectly timed on your left plus moving past plus etc. Anyway. So she's just there to gamble and then dominate. And we can just run groundwork on her regardless to try and get the white spark. It's probably fine, right? A little bit of 2-1-1, and then I'll find either a New York Opera or a Maruzensky, or Measure Arden. I'm okay with Measure Arden. The idea of Measure Arden does not offend me necessarily. And then we go from there. Oh, you know what I should do? I should do 2 things. I should do 2 things before I forget. There's no reason to do this yet, I guess. Maybe it's a good idea to do after the pole plan. Fuji also an option. Fuji Kaseki. Lights of Vaudeville is also a final corner. I typed in Lights of Vaudeville instead of Fuji Kaseki. Lights of Vaudeville is a final corner thing, right? Final straight. Final corner, final straight, third or better, and behind near lane time set 1 greater than 1. This means you just passed someone, right? Isn't that what that means? A number of seconds is another Uma behind you. Oh, gotcha. Here, behind means no more than 2 lengths behind and no more than 2.7 lanes to either side. Doesn't have to be the same Uma, but if your own placement changes, the timer will reset. Interesting. Yeah, this is also possible. That's true. I should like write this down. Bold. That's my. This is a mod for Earth Defense Force 6 that auto collects everything when the mission ends. Holy shit, man, that is so nice. So the options are Red Maru. Isn't it crazy that she's the fucking default Maruzensky, but now she's become the one that has the descriptor in front of her because Summer Maru mogs her so hard. And then Fuji Kaseki. And then what's her face? New Mamdani Stan Opera. Mamdani Stan Opera. And then Meijiro Arden. Glass Leg Individual. Also maybe Ballroom Fuji. Is Ballroom Fuji out? Will she be out by the time... Ballroom Fuji's not out yet. Will she be out by the time that the CM starts? Sounds familiar. Passing another racer at the front part of the pack on the final corner or later form a dazzling display that greatly increases velocity for a medium duration. Sometime this week? Oh, gotcha. I mean, that works, yeah. This is just on the final corner or beyond, you overtake someone, I think. Yeah, passing another racer. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty easy, right? That's a pretty easy one, too. That's another greatly increase. Yeah. That's fine with me. Ballroom Fuji / regular Fuji. Anyway. I was gonna use my ticket just now on Nice Nature song, but I think I'm gonna hold off because I don't need her. Not nice nature. Fine motion. But what the fuck? I keep hitting my mic. I gotta hold off, I think, until I figure out exactly what my poll plan is gonna be. It will probably involve at least 30k to that Summer Maru fine motion banner. The more I think about it, if any, like just for the fine motion pity and Summer Maru still being an okay spook in the grand scheme of things. We should keep doing that real quick because we got about halfway through and then I forgot. Hit me with some little prayer. Personally, guy like me, hit me with a little bit of little prayer and I'll be happy. All right, let's close all this shit. And do. Let me actually look at this. I will bookmark this. And I want to put it in the haunts. There we go. Okay. Let's go to the fucking timeline. Where did we end up last time? This is a while ago. Let me see what I had. Here it is. Definitely happening. 45k to like hello / Agnes Tachyon. 45k to the Pasa and May banner. Yes. And we are trying to go up until Pasa here. Let's go back to the timeline. Let's look at only character and support banners. And then certain things that were interesting was, this is upcoming, right? The Cheerleader Nice Nature and Cheerleader Halo. They both seem like decent horses in and of themselves. Bamboo Memory is the one that gets more acceleration and duration out of her ult the more that she passes people. Nishino Flower seems like a really good idea, personally. She just, I mean, the ult seems very strong. She seems like a good ace and a good parent for Woke Surgers, if I recall correctly. Let's show upcoming. Let's just take a look at all 4 of these. Again, just really quickly review what I have been thinking. King Halo Cheerleader and Nice Nature Cheerleader and Bamboo Memory, right? So it was the ult, right? It was this Budding Blossom ult, which seemed kind of awesome. The condition is, I think, probably deceptively like simple, like not as bad as it looks. It's just somewhere in the mid race, either like someone has to pass you or you have to pass someone, right? Like this blocked side continue time, someone being on the side of you. It's a relatively generous definition, if I recall as well. Blocked from at least one side. Never mind, this is not the generous one that I was thinking of. But yeah, like this will happen if you're being passed, unless the pass is incredibly fast, which doesn't usually happen in the mid race. If you're passing someone or if they're passing you, this should happen. And then that's happened when you're on a corner too, which is where it'll usually happen anyway, right? Though this is actually probably one of the worst parts of it, because sometimes this will happen on a straight if someone just activates a velocity skill and you don't, or if someone gets lucky on a width check and you don't. So the fact that this has to be on a straight or on a corner actually is a little. This is one of the weaker parts of it, right? But then it's the same as boxing, and that's pretty common. Yeah, this is like when it says when engaged in a challenge, that is like it does happen. Like it is just someone passing you slowly or you passing someone slowly. It happens. The fact that it has to be on a corner is actually the worst part of it, probably. But then after that, it's either in the late race, in the latter half of the final corner. If you are 3rd or 4th, right, then you get all this excel. Or if the late race is the final straight, right, then you also will get it. So basically on shorter tracks where the final corner begins before the late race, you're gonna be fine, right? This will trigger, right? And I think, wait, is final corner later half? Is that final corner later half or beyond? I actually don't know off the top of my head. Checks if you're currently on the second half of the final corner. Ooh, so this is not or beyond. Also, what's good? We're pole planning. We're going back to that. We got stun locked for way too long last time. Let's see if I can move a little quicker this time. So this late race and is final corner later half. This is like mile tracks and shit, right? Is where this will be the one that triggers, where you're on the late race. Like the first thing you encounter in the late race will be the later half of the final corner, and then this has to be the final straight. So there is a dead zone for these, right? If I understand correctly, there is a dead zone for this ultimate. Like on like 2500s and up, or like 2400s. I mean, let me take a look at some racetracks. Maybe I'm misunderstanding how this works. I always misread these like final corner conditions and shit, right? But like for example, on like the Derby course. Right? Yeah, like this isn't gonna work, right? Because you're not on the later half of the final corner, and you're not on the final straight either. Final corner later half's the condition for Taiki's ult, so it's bound to be good for short tracks. Yeah. This is good on miles. This is good on like long. Like this is good where straightaway spurt is good. There's a big dead zone in the middle there of like medium tracks. You know what I mean? If I'm understanding this correctly. Because this is not, I don't think this is final corner later half and beyond. It's just final corner later half, right? She's like built for sprinter stakes. Yeah, but also weirdly, like if you went to like like a 3400 here or something, right?
Gets grabbed.
Weird. The late race starts on the 3rd corner. What the fuck? Bestie in slot, by the way, adorable name. Let's just go figure the follow. Let's just go back to Pisces. Let's just go back to like Hanshin 3200, right? Like here it will be great as well, right? Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. This is not the final straight either. Okay, so it is sprint and mile tracks in particular. Yes, okay. It's not a dead zone in the middle, because this is not the final corner. This is a straight in the late race, but it's not the final straight. Yeah. Okay, I understand now. That, I think I read this as better than it was the first time I thought this was like long tracks and this was like miles and sprints and it was only mediums. But no, it is just, it's really good on sprints and miles. And it makes sense because of her aptitudes as well, right? E and medium, G and long. But it's kind of not very useful. Like probably as soon as you get past like 2,000, it's probably not the most useful thing, right? Like some 2,000s, it'll probably be fine. This one it won't be, for example. But like maybe on the Tenno Show Fall or something, it could work. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. She is still a good parent and a good. This is nice. Determined Descent. Beeline Burst not the best, right? It's interesting though. It's still like a very nice parent to have for Miles, but she's not like a generic just always Giga parent, which is something that I think I misunderstood. King Halo Cheerleader is so. She starts, I think she's the first horse that I've seen that has these, and they start to shit them out a lot more commonly, where it's like you have to be in no better than 6th the entire race. If you ever pop up above 5th, you don't get this, right? But then after that, it is just a 0.4 XL on the final straight. So again, this is something where, like, up until halfway through the race, you have to have never gotten higher than 6th place and not gotten rushed. If you get rushed after halfway through the race, then it's fine, right? Or if you go to 5th after halfway through the race, it's fine. And on the final straight, you get Excel. So this is, again, mostly a sprint track, right? XBO has above 4th all race, and it's such a piece of garbage. Yeah. Wait, Christmas BO has that. I didn't realize. I didn't realize the Christmas BO was probably the first one to have that then. But yeah, so this is also mostly a sprint. Like, things where you care about acceleration on the final straight is really only sprints as well, which again makes sense. She's not, her ult is not quite as impressive, right? Spring Spectacle is obviously nice. Rising Dragon is great, right? She's less like the main one that's really interesting to me here is Nice Nature on this banner. I mean, she's just a late surger baseline like King Halo. She can run almost anything. The sprints will be rough for her. And if I remember correctly, yeah, her ult is target speed, right? And it's just a final straight increase of speed. And if you are not a high favorite, then it becomes 6 seconds instead of 5. 6 seconds of 0.35 is like, this is comparable to Pulse. Pulse is 5 seconds of 0.45 baseline, right? So like it's, if you look at 5, obviously it's not going to be as good for an inherit is the one thing. But if you look at 5 times 0.45 is a length, right? It's a very good reason that it's probably structured like that for Oguri. And 6 times 0.35 is a little less than that, but it's about the same, right? And the fact that this is gonna pop if you're in these positions, like it'll pop right when the final straight begins, means it probably you'll get more value out of that duration than you would out of Pulse on like a longer track. It's not a bad ult. This is comparable to Pulse, right? Which is a good ult. But the big thing is she comes with no stopping me. And Dominator, but you know, mostly no stopping me. Just having no stopping me out of the box is kind of nice. It's kind of nice. God knows I jumped through hoops to get Mayano top chud to work because she has no stopping me, and it sucked that she won one race all CM for me so far, so maybe that was a bad idea. I just didn't commit to actually making her good, and she's so hard to make good in man-to-man. It's so annoying. But anyway, decent growths as well, though no speed growth, right? But this might be like just the opportunity to run her instead of Mayano top gun on like longs seems nice to a guy like me personally. So she's interesting. She's interesting. Looking back at these though, these are not as like they're an interesting idea, but they're not as crazy as I remembered. Especially Nishino Flower. I think Nishino Flower seemed I misread her ult and I thought it was a lot better than it was. Bamboo Memory is interesting, right? Because one, speed, power growth, nice. But also, if you're in the second half of the pack, your acceleration will increase. Bonus duration and effect strength for overtaking up to 3 times. I saw Taishin proc NSM in Shadow and shit my pants. It turns out it was a Unity Cup runner and she just couldn't keep up. That is crazy, man. It is crazy to think about the fact that like how stat gaps do you have to be that you hit a 0.8 excel and it doesn't matter. But I mean, I guess if you don't full spurt especially, right? Or if you full spurt but at the cost of like 600 power or something. Like if they have like 1100 power and you have like 500 or something, then it's gonna be bad. So this, right, just late race, 5th or worse, final corner, So anything, final corner and beyond, right? And then someone a length in front of you. So these are all pretty easy. Fifth is definitely the hardest part of this condition, right? But I mean, as far as late surgers go, it's still that's nicer than sixth, right? Like it is a little bit better. And it can be a 0.4 excel, a 5-second 0.4 excel, as long as you've overtaken someone 3 times in the race. This is... It really depends. Like, this is very lobby specific in how good this is going to be. In CMs that are going to have a lot of late surgers and end closers and like gold chips and stuff like that, this is very good. This will happen every race. But if this is like one of those things where it's going to be like there's a lot of paces and a lot of fronts and you're like one of 2 late surgers or something, there's a very good chance that you might get 1 overtake before the late race starts, right? You'll get a lot of overtakes as the late race begins, right? So this also can be map dependent in the sense of if the final corner is a little bit into the late race, it's probably the best for this. Because that's where, like, you know, overtaking a bunch of people suddenly in the late race as a late surger is what you do. So if the final corner is like 70 meters into the late race or something like that, then this gets really good. You're probably gonna get the 0.4 here every time. You need like 1 overtake in the mid race and then you'll get your other 2 and then it'll be a 5-second 0.4 and you'll be very happy about it. And it's, you know, in that sense, it's like almost it's not track agnostic, obviously, because you want the final corner to be something you care to accelerate on, but it gets very good. So it's also just, honestly, it's just a fun, like, counting that as the race goes will be fun. I assume that overtaking the same Uma twice would count for this too. Like, if you're in, like, a position struggle where it's like, you know, like, you're 5th and they're 6th, and then they go to 6th and you're in 5th, right? And then you overtake them once to go back to 5th. They overtake you again. You overtake them again. I assume that counts as 2 overtakes, right? So there are going to be lots of cases where you get the full 0.4 here. And honestly, if this was 4 seconds of 0.3, it's still pretty good, right? Like, it really... This is only kind of not worth being an ultimate if you only get 1 overtake before the final corner. Even then, it's not horrendous. 3 seconds of 0.2 is like... It's not the worst thing you've ever seen, but it's certainly not ult-worthy, right? 4 seconds of 0.3, now we're talking 5 seconds of 0.4. That's good shit. Like, that's a very strong ultimate. So, like, I think usually when you have 0.4 excels, it's 4 seconds, right? Like, if we use, like, if we use, like, Taiki as a baseline here, I believe that Taiki shooting for victory is a 4-second duration. Yeah, right? Normally, a lot of these 0.4 excels are 4 seconds. A lot of the 0.3 excels are 5 seconds, right? Like, Kita-san is a 0.3 excel with speed, to be fair. But I think, like, she's 5 seconds. I know Christmas Oguri off the top of my head. Festive Miracle is 5 seconds, right? Yeah. So, 5 seconds of 0.4, if you hit all 3 of the overtakes on Bamboo Memory, this actually ends up being a little bit above rate, right? Like, it's quite the strong acceleration ultimate if you're on track where it works. And then she also just has, like, Rising Dragon, which is really good, right? This Full of Vigor is kind of like a bad pro curve for late surgers on Mile as well, right? Still take it, right? So that plus Rising Dragon is really, really good. So Bamboo Memory, unironically, is actually one of the ones that seems... the effect strength also scales. Yep. You get an extra second for every overtake, and you get an extra excel, 0.1 excel. So she has to start at 0.1. Yeah, she starts at 0.1, but it's like overtakes over the entire race, not in the late race, right? It's not every time you overtake someone during the effect. I'm pretty sure. It's every time you overtake someone throughout the race. If it's during the effect, this stinks, but I don't think that's what this is. It just says every time you overtake someone, the base duration is increased by 1 second. So my guess is that this is tracked the same way that, like, King Halo has to be in 6th the entire way through the race. My guess is that your overtakes throughout the whole race are just tracked, right? And if you get 2, this is good. And if you get 3, this is really strong. So she seems pretty interesting. And she's a late surger, which I like. She can't really run on longs, but that's okay. She's also a solid sprint horse, right? Final corner on sprint is going to be, like, positioned in a place where you care pretty often, right? Bamboo Memory is interesting to me, actually. Out of her, as far as an inherit, it's not the best, if I remember correctly. I mean, yeah, the problem is the duration stopped scaling, right? Like, if the duration kept scaling, like, that's like 0.2. That's, like, it gets up to 0.2, which is, to be fair, like, the baseline for an inherit kind of needs to be worth anything. But the problem is that it's the 1.2 seconds. Like, if this could scale up to, like, 2.4, it would still be, like, a bad inherit, because most inherits you just get 2.4 and 0.2 for free, right? But yeah, the inherit is kind of shitty. So it's, like, hard to say. Nice Nature is quite good. A Bamboo Memory is quite good. Nice Nature, her inherits, like, she's not great as a parent. Nishino Flower is the best as a parent. for the sprint CMs, but I'm not sure that it matters that much. King Halo is like a nice to have as like a sprint slot. She's quite strong. Like she's just going to be quite strong on sprints, probably, right? And maybe like some miles. So overall, Bamboo Memory might be the best one by herself. There might be the most value in pulling on the Nice Nature King Halo banner, just because you get just like a solid, like just a solid, strong late surger, and then also a nice sprint option whenever that comes up. And sprint CMs will happen every now and then, and they are always painful. So Bamboo Memory probably has Oguri in her career. They raced IRL a couple of times. Yeah. So I don't know that I'm super. Yeah, like it is what probably will end up picking one of these or something else if it shows up, right? We do have about 120k to play with. Maybe I'm being a little conservative. We might be able to fit another banner in here, but I'm kind of thinking about it like I have 120k to play with outside of this, right? So a total of like 210k for like the next 9 months, which seems reasonable. I'm sitting at 88 right now, and it's like, again, it's something like 12 to 15k a month, depending on what it is you're getting up to. So Pasa is like 9 months away or something like that, right? I think it's like roughly something like that, because it's 2 scenarios from now. Might be longer actually, because she's not like Tachyon Light Hello is the next scenario. That's gonna be in like 3 months and some change. Yeah, no. It'll be and then that'll last for about 4 months. Yeah, so Pasa should be about 8 months away, 8-9 months away, I think. El Condor, yeah, March 6th, 2027. Ooh, okay, a little longer. 9, 10, 11. It's like 11 months away. 2.5 year anniversary. I see. She's not 3 scenarios away, is she? Is she 3 scenarios away? I thought she was 2. This timeline lines up more with her being like 3 away. Because Mant is obviously the one where we're blazing a new track, and then it's Grand Live is the next one, right? And that's the one with Light Hello. Is this not for Grand Live Grandmasters? I thought l'Arc, Le Prix de l'Arc de la Français. I thought that was the next one. I didn't realize the Grandmasters was still in. Okay, so she is 3 away. Okay, then we have a little bit more to play with than I'm giving myself credit for, probably. Because that means that right now, we have 11 months to go. So it's like 11 times, call it 12,000 on the more conservative end. If it's on the more conservative end, then I'm about right. Then we have about 210k Canadian jump scare. We have 210k to play with, just about. If you go a little bit more, like even a little bit more optimistic, then it gives us probably another banner to fuck around with, right? That gives us closer to 235, 240. The ARP, yeah. El Condor Pasa de Arper. Let's play right now as if we only have 120k carats to play with that aren't going to Pasa and Tachyon, right? But if we really, like, it is good to note that if we really find some like fuck shit that is like awesome, then we can certainly consider fitting in 4 banners, right? Like right now, for example, I would not do that to be like, oh, I want to pull on Nice Nature and King Halo, and I want to pull on Nishino Flower or something. Nothing there is necessarily good enough to convince me yet. But all right, where the fuck are we? Let's actually start making forward progress again, as slow as we might do it. This is July of 2025. I went way too far back. This is like the game's release. Okay. We got up to Bamboo Memory, I think, right here, right? So let's just keep going, and I'm gonna try and be somewhat quick with this, because I would love if we could actually get all the way through there. So I'm only gonna look at stuff that like really catches my interest, right? I did a little bit of looking myself. Obviously, I'm not super interested in this banner. Kopano Riki is cool for dirt, right? She is the dirt demon. She is the dirt god. She is the dirt undefeated 11 G1 monster, whatever the fuck. But it's okay. I'll pass. Manhattan Cafe. I've looked at these 2 cards. The Saiyan has a fun art, but I'm not particularly interested in them. Smalkin, no. This is the Light Hello and Tachyon banner, right? She's cute. Yeah. Pulling on her because her name is Ricky and she looks cool. Extremely valid reasons to do that, right? This is Light Hello and Tachyon, which we're already going to be pulling on anyways. This the Steampunk winning ticket and Narita Taishin. I took a quick look at these. We can look at both of these, right? Taishin. Just see, like, jog my own memory. Winning ticket is a late surger, so that's cool, right? If you're not in front, your speed will increase. Bonus speed for activating skills while this is active. Remember when I said that if Bamboo Memory's ult got speed during the effect or acceleration during the effect for overtaking, will be kind of ass? This is a little different because it's 6 seconds baseline, so it's going to be You have a long time to do this. And like, you can build around this. The fact is the final straight, like, you can just stack, what's it called? You can stack like home stretch haste type skills, I suppose, right? Like Barcarolle of Blessings will synergize pretty well with this. Home stretch haste is a little bit of like a crapshoot on this, but like Pulse could synergize with this. Like all of like other inherits can be good, right? Yeah, Kapanariki is like the, I think, meta forever on dirt. Like he's designed, I mean, I think Kapanariki is the 11G1 dirt horse, right? Like I think they just like released her and they were like, all right, the dirt meta is solved forever. Just to pay respect to it. This is a 3 even the inherits is a 3.6, potentially up to 0.2 speed, but it's not a bad ult. But it was not super interesting. Come what may, is medium velocity skill, right? It's a little, you know, final straight, so as long as that's happening late enough, then you're fine. It's not bad. 15 million CC is not bad, right? Like, she's fine. She just didn't really grab my interest in any particular way. The Naruto Taishin is more end closer focused. Hephaestus? Is this how they spell Hephaestus? Like the smithing god whose lore is very, all the Greek god lore is really weird, but that one is really, really weird. If you're in the middle pack during the second half of the final corner in the late race, your speed will increase. Middle of the pack, second half of the final corner in the late race, speed increases. Sure, yeah. Speed skill, not bad. Nimble Nav, Breakthrough. If you're in the second half of the pack at a random point during the middle leg, your speed and lane movement will increase. By how much? Naruto Taishin is a Greek lore knower. Don't tell her about what Hephaestus did to that one woman. Nemesis and Hephaestus? Oh, I guess you're right, yeah. It's not bad. That's just another pro curve, right? That's good. From the brink, position towards the back, late race, increase acceleration. Towards the back, hold up. I didn't really pay attention to your game. Towards the back is 4th? That's not even that bad. And it's phase first half random, you get a 1.8, 0.4 XL. This is like better on your left. I mean, I guess on your left is probably bust? Question mark? By the time this comes out. This is just on your left that only works on mediums, though, right? This is, like, even if you compare this to buffed on your left, which also gets this phase first half random, this is just a better on your left. You can be in 4th and it triggers, and the only thing is it only works on mediums. That's a strong horse. That's a strong horse. I'm not gonna sit here and fuck around with you. You can run her late as well. That's a strong horse. Stam growth 8/8/14. It's not bad. Not the worst, right? Apparently, Game Tora is wrong because it's using the buffed JP conditions. It'll be 5th or later on release. Oh, on From the Brink? I see. That makes sense. Okay, that seems really good for the current environment of the game. How do you know this? How do you find that shit out? Anyway, I mean, that's interesting. That's interesting. But she is still certainly, like, it's cool. But it's not enough to, like, put her in, it's not enough to put her in the rotation for me. VF mentioned it. Ooh, interesting. Didn't they release Mambo with the buffed unique? I mean, you gotta release Mambo with the buffed unique, man. So whatever. The Tokai Teo Wit. This is a Tokai Teo Wit card, right? I've taken a look at her as well. Let's open up a support page and a card page. If we look at Teo here, not the speed card, which is ridiculous, I think, as far as I understand it. The wit card. The higher total bond of all your supports is, the higher training effectiveness you'll gain. I don't know what this fucking means, man. Like, I really wish that numbers were written in on these. Like, I'm sure someone, I'm sure it's there somewhere, right? But, like, is this, if everyone is at 100, is this 40 TE? Maybe the compare tool will tell me. The compare tool will at least tell me the ceiling of it, I imagine. 20. Okay, the ceiling of it is 20. I don't know how it scales, but it gets up to 20. I assume that, is that if everyone's at 100? Because that's not very good. Like, if everyone being at 100 is 20 TE, if everyone's at 80, what does it look like? If everyone's at 80, is that 15 TE? That's awesome. That's awesome. If everyone's at 80, is it 0? Because it only starts counting when they hit 100? That's pretty bad, right? Like, the exact numbers on how this works is so important to how good the card is, and I have no idea, right? Like, if you get everyone to 80 friendship, which you're doing anyway, every run anyway, and it's like 15 TE or something, that's great. That this card is pretty solid then. Like, I mean, not even pretty solid. 30 friendship bonus. He comes with a speed bonus, right? She has 5 recovery naturally. Priority is decent. I think it gives you Professor of Curvature too. So it's finally a way for, yeah, Kita-san can get Professor of Curvature now. Like, this card is awesome if that's how that works. If it's 0 TE until someone's at 100 bond, then it's kind of ass. So I don't know, but the card is interesting. The card is certainly interesting. If you are like a Kita-san stan, I feel like this is probably a great card. It's the fact that like the main skill it gives you is Pro Curve though, which I mean it's gonna be a long time until you stop bringing Kita-san in your decks, right? Gonna be a long time. Like maybe Pasa Release, honestly, is when maybe you'll start running, like if you're running Pace Chasers, you might go like Tachyon and Pasa as your 2 speed cards or something like that. So for that reason, I'm not super interested, but I do love her fucking fit, man. I do love her fucking golden glove. This is, I think, the twin turbo that comes with hers and SR. Yukin Obijin, I looked at. I'm not particularly interested. This is obviously just a rerun banner. Who cares? Seeking Zaperlu. Seeking, what do you do? Seeking Pearl. I like her outfits. 10 and 20. She's a fucking pace. I thought I saw a front for a second. I was like, she's a front runner. With 200 meters remaining in the race, your speed will increase if you're within 5 lengths of first place. So it'll increase greatly if you're within 2 lengths. I mean, that's just a good ult. This should always be this, probably. Well, not always, right? But like if you have pace rider, yeah, the ult pace. If you have any chance of winning this race, this is probably giving you the greatest anyway. This is 2 lengths, right? So the fact if 200 meters are left and you're not 2 lengths from first place, you're probably gonna lose. I'm possible, by the way. That is true. That is true. Impossible. Impossible. Sure. I mean, that ult's good. That is a pretty generic, good inherit as well. I'm seeking the pearl for sure. I mean, she'd be seeking me sometimes. That is just a good generic inherit, right? Like, that's gonna be... I mean, it is literally worse pulse in every way. Yeah, like, it's just worse pulse. But pulse is pretty good, right? Like, we'll take it. It should be equivalent to pulse in most cases. It's just that sometimes it'll be worse pulse. So I mean that's fine. It's triumphant pulse. And then lightning flash on a random point on a random straight. Your speed will increase. This is sprint straightaways gold. That's kind of interesting, I guess. And then big sisterly she has, which is cool. Head on. That's not bad. She has a lot of her kit is very sprint and mile focused. Which makes sense. That's what her aptitudes look like as well. I mean, sure, right? Sure. The only thing, it is for sprint, sure. It just feels like for mile, is Big Sisterly not the one that's poof from a butt? And I think they buffed it, right? Big Sisterly is the one that, if you overtake someone 5 seconds, after 5 seconds have passed, then you get Professor of Curvature. It's pretty good, man. Right? Or is overtake, sorry, this is you have an overtake target. It's even easier. You don't have to overtake someone. This is if you have a overtake target. Yeah. This is like guaranteed 5 seconds into the, like, this is probably has 100% chance of activating 5 seconds into the race if you pass the wit check. This is if you and another girl stayed at the same speed for 20 straight seconds, would you overtake them? That early in the race, the odds of this happening is about 100%. Unyielding Spirit, yeah, it is just the Unyielding Spirit gold, so it's very good. Yeah, I mean, just mile specialized horses feel a little less valuable to me just because I feel like there are a lot of good choices for Miles, and like Taiki exists. Not that she's like, I'm not even gonna say that she's like, oh, she's like for sure definitely so good that no one else can compete. It's more so just to like, and whenever a Miles CM comes around, especially a Pace Chaser, like if a Miles CM comes around and I want to run a Pace Chaser, I'm probably gonna run Taiki Shuttle, right? So moving on. Daiichi Ruby desu. What do you do? She don't know. Why are you here twice? Daiichi Ruby and KS Miracle. I assume KS Miracle is an SR here. K, show upcoming supports. K dot. Yeah, that's the one, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's a Guts SR. Don't think I care. Daiichi Ruby. This is the woman that is very mean to Daitaku Helios. It is this one, right? Yeah. Okay. What is your deal? Gain power bonus 2 when you're at Rainbow Training. I mean, that's great. Sure. Let's look at you at like 1 LB. Friendship bonus, initial power, high prio. Fine. That's all relatively normal for power cards. They tend to give them good stats because they suck a little bit. Ah, she's just a bunch of debuffs. Okay. If you're about to overtake someone in the second half of the pack during the final leg, your acceleration will increase. This is Mighty Leap. gold. I don't even know what the fuck this is. We don't have either of those skills in the game right now. If you're about to overtake someone in the second half of the pack during the final leg, your acceleration will increase. Sure. I mean, it's good for late surges and shit on sprints and miles. I'm not interested, though. Mostly a debuff card. A debuff power card? I'm good. Get me out of here. Agnes Digital and Meisho Doto. Is this Halloween? Whoa, what is this? So, damn. Agnes Digital. Halloween. What the hell is that outfit? And Meisho Doto Halloween. What do you guys do? What are you guys up to? Digital is a everything runner, as always. Revived by Moe. Amazing. During any middle leg corner, if you're not in the front and there are at least 3 other Uma Musume-chan nearby, your speed will increase with the power of Moe. I love the descriptions of her Chinese zombie outfit. Oh, you're right. Yeah, she has a little ceiling tag and stuff on her. What are they called? Like Zhangxi or whatever? Obviously, my pronunciation is horrible, but... So yeah, this is Uma stand. This is the Uma stand condition, right? This is a little harder in the mid race, right? This is a little harder in the mid race. Jiangxi Digitan is so fire, bro. Yeah. This is a little harder in the mid race. But in the mid race on a corner, if you're 4th or better, you get this. I mean that's a nice effect. But yeah, the Uma stand condition is a little difficult outside because the early race everyone is so crammed together, which is why Uma stand works pretty well. This is not a great ultimate, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong, but she also has Uma stand. She has It's On, which is nice. If you're in the second half of the pack, they're in the middle leg, your speed will increase. Redoubled efforts. Pressure of curvature for dirt. Again, cool. Yeah. It seems fine, right? Seems solid, but not something I'm super interested in. Big fan of Halloween Doto. He's cute. 15-15, interesting. Medium and long runner. She's a pace chaser primarily. Spooky, scary, happy. If you're in front during the last straight, your speed will increase and you will slow down 2 girls in front of you and 2 girls behind you. Ooh. Wait. If you're in front, you'll slow 2 girls in front of you? I guess they mean not like first, but in, 4th or better. Is last straight 1 time? I guess I don't want it to multiple proc. It's an ult. They can't multiple proc anyway, right? Why does it say 1 time? You've just entered the last straight. I see. Right when you enter the last straight, it's a current speed debuff as well, right? 2 girls in front of you and 2 girls behind you. Hello, Brick. How are we doing in this Christmas Oguri double dom world? I mean, I'm chilling, man. At the end of the day, I love me. The fact that, like, I'm gonna just build fucking single ace Oguri, that shit makes me happy as fuck. But I also would like for, the meta to be a little bit more balanced, personally. But if anyone's gonna be broken as fuck, I'm glad it's Oguri. Who's gonna be your double doms? Agnes jacking it, and... I mean, I don't... Do I have Rudolph? I don't think I have Rudolph. But I can do Grass Wonder. I can do Grass Wonder and Agnes jacking it, for sure. That's a nice ult. The fact that it's a current speed debuff on people in front of you as well. I mean, it's not quite a 0.45, right? Is Christmas Oguri dominance last shorter than other regions? Yeah. I mean, especially if they push the Evo patch earlier. I'm achieving the streak back. 5 stream streak. How the mighty have fallen. I still appreciate it, though. Of course. This is... Yeah, I don't know. If you have stuff that triggers off passing, I guess, but this is a slightly worse pulse, I get. Or maybe better. Like, it is a 0.4, and it can't... Like, pulse will often waste its duration if you're on a longer track. This won't. So it's like, I guess it's pulse. It's good. Oh, she has gold head on. That's nice. This is after head on gets buffed as well, right? Is this better on longs? Yeah, it would be. It will be better than pulse on like a really long track. Pulse, the sweet spot for pulse is exactly 2,000 meters. Anything longer than that, she starts wasting duration. And anything shorter than that, she is not getting the speed bonus for the entirety of the last 200 meters, right? So on like a 30, 200 or something, Dodos will be better for sure. Gold head on is awesome. Right-handed and Maestro. Oh, okay. That's pretty nice, right? That's pretty good. I mean, it used to be back in the day of CM2 Gemini Cup on Global, right? It used to be a problem to come with Maestro in your potential system because a lot of it's like I want 2 gold recoveries, and if you have like Gourmand or something like Oguri, then I can just run swinging Maestro. I can run Creek, give you Maestro, and then it's fine. But if like Creek herself, for example, is kind of annoying because she comes with Maestro, and it's hard to just find a good card with a 2nd gold recovery to slap on her. I assume this will never be the case ever again, right? I assume that wanting 2 gold recoveries, maybe ever, is, if not a thing of the past, it's going to be for very specific horses that are like you know, their ult scales off of having full health or some shit like that. So this is just great. Like, coming with Maestro is just awesome now. Meisha Doto, oh, she's well fed. This is a good horse, man. It's a good horse. Gold head on, a right-handed, a good ult, right? Like a pulse comparable, like slightly better or worse pulse depending on the track. With, again, gold head on, right-handed, and Maestro. That's a strong-ass pace chaser. I don't know. I'm not as big of a pace head. Like, I'm a pace late enjoyer, but primarily late. So I don't know if I'm gonna put her on the list. Probably not. Probably not. Usually the only horses that I will run pace are like Oguri herself, and then like specific like Taiki or Pasa or something like that for specific tracks. Cool horse though. Cool horse. Medro Palmer and Daitaku Helios. So true. What are you guys up to? This looks like 2 SSRs to a guy like me. Like, do I care about Meisho Doto more than... Probably not. I'd probably rather pull on Nice Nature. I'd probably rather pull on Bamboo Memory. I might rather pull on Nishino Flower, right? Mandatory front pull. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Medjiro... The fuck? They got a little Chibi McQueen. Medjiro Palmer and Daitaku Helios. Oh, yeah, it is double SSR, right? Because that's the... Yeah, this is the one. Yes, okay. Palmer, kind of rocking that outfit, huh? The more energy you have, the more training effectiveness you'll gain. Okay, take me to the compare tool. What's the ceiling on this? Again, I wish there were, like, numbers written out for this. Palmer, 20. Again, I mean, this is very clearly at 100 energy. You get 20 TE. How exactly it scales down, who knows? But if you train at 100 energy, you get 20 TE. Sure. She has a stamina card, which is kind of a knock on her baseline, right? But, you know, 35 friendship bonus, 20 TE, 80 priority, skill point bonus. I mean, they really want you to try a stamina card here. She does have groundwork. Ooh, okay, I see. She has a groundwork hint, and she has taken the lead. Ah, okay, so this is a front card. Fine. Daitaku Helios. Gain initial stat up 10, where stat is the type of card for every card in your support deck. Friend and group types give 2 to every stat. I see. So if you have, like, a speed card, a wit card, and a power card, she gets 10 initial speed, 10 initial wits, 10 initial power. I presume that she counts for the speed card, I would guess. Okay. Frantic State. If another goal's been right in front of you for at least 3 seconds, your speed will increase. This is Slipstream. Yeah, it's not PTO. It's Slipstream Gold. It's not bad. That's quite good, but the rest of the card is not very good, I feel like. So, okay. Yeah, this is a front banner. Sure. Moving on. I don't want to spend too much time on stuff. I want to make progress. Who is this? I forget her. She does not seem familiar. Who is this individual? He seems to have been wiped from my memory, magically, mysteriously. 20 speed, 10 guts. We'll take that. Silent Letter. With less than 400 meters remaining. Got right here when I was planning my polls. It'll be new territory for you two. With 400 meters remaining, if you're in the front and someone's about to overtake you, your speed and excel will increase. Never heard of her before, and now I'm taxed 30k. Valid. This is if you've been an overtake target for a second. That's not hard at all, right? Assuming that the race is even remotely close. This seems like a pretty... The interesting part is the acceleration should be pretty bad on everything that is in the sprint. Ah, there you go. Yeah, I was gonna say. The fact this is an excel seems pretty bad on anything other than, like, the shortest sprints, like 1200s and stuff. He's a sprint horse. She comes with groundwork. Oh, is she a front? Oh, she is a front. Okay. She comes with groundwork, in high spirits, taking the lead. Okay, yeah, cool. I mean, cool front horse. I don't know why I can't see her face. Like, my brain is filtering it out. But, like, not for me, but seems cool. This is the Fine Motion Summer Maru banner. I am highly considering putting 30k into this, mostly because I think there's a very good chance by the time I get here that April Fool's Day was yesterday, Mr. Britt. By the time I get here, I think that going to pity on this will let me MLB Fine Motion or come very close. Either 3LB or MLB her. 3LB for certain, maybe MLB as well, depending on how Rainbow Shards progress. So that, I mean, this feels pretty set in stone for a guy like me that I'll throw 30k at this. Like, I do have that here. I think I have to find something really nice to change that. So Summer Maru is still not good for me, I fear. But this is more so, this is like the first time that I can pull on Fine Motion, where leaving the banner, Fine Motion will become a card that I use regularly. You know what I mean? Like, if I could have pulled on the Fine Motion banner that just passed, but I would have gotten her to 1LB. I wouldn't have used her anyway, right? After this banner, like, it becomes a thing where I leave this banner and I start using Fine Mo in all of my decks. So yeah. It's an idea. Seeking the Pearl again? What? What? It's not even like a different version of her. It's the same one. They just re-ran her a month later. Am I losing my mind? That can't be right. That's not even a different version of her. Like, look. Okay, whatever. What? Daiichi Ruby and Chaos Miracle again? What? Huh? Huh? This is a bug, right? I assume they don't rerun the exact same 2 banners a week later? Seeking the Pearl, Daiichi Ruby, Chaos Miracle. Seeking the Pearl, Daiichi Ruby, Chaos Miracle. Let's look at the gacha timeline on JP here and see what was in its place. Yamanin Zephyr, I love her too. We'll take a look at a second. Hold on, I'm curious. Like if we go to Japan server here, and we go gacha timeline, and we go, what will this be? This would be year 2 to 3 for them, right? So it'd be 2022. I think. Yes. Okay. So it's Finemo. Oh, Daiichi Ruby. The second one is the correct one. This, I think, is the one that gets skipped out on. No, it isn't. Wait. Finemo. Oh, no, it does. What the fuck? Oh. No, they do literally just rerun it a couple of weeks later. What? Why? I mean, this is the what already happened on JP, right? This is not, like, predicted. It's just Chaos Miracle and Daiichi Ruby, and then 3 weeks later, it's Chaos Miracle and... Okay, cool. I mean, easy skip, I guess. Maybe there's a situation in the game at the time so they reran it. Maybe. Anyway, so we can ignore that safely and scroll to the left. Yamanin Zephyr. It's a cool name. I do fuck with it. Let's see. Zephyr. What do you do? Yamanin Zephyr Valentine. So true. 10. Okay, sure. Not bad growths. Sprint Mile Medium Enjoyer. Oh, I'm on the JP server. Let me switch back to global here. And here as well. Oh, it is here. Yeah, good. Get this out of here. A spring of my step. If you weren't ever in front until the second half of the race, your acceleration will increase during the second half of the final corner. So that's more of a mile / some sprint skills. The effect is stronger if you're in second. So you... Okay, so I mean, you just have to not be in first. So if you're a pace chaser, this is probably like pretty guaranteed, right? Unless you get lucky paced, I suppose, if it's like a lobby with only paces. This should be like for 50% of the race, you won't. Something crazy has to happen for you to overtake a front runner for that. And then for 8 seconds... I'm sorry, what? Oh, okay, hold on. What is happening? If you are exactly second, you get 8 seconds of 0.2. If you weren't, you get 8 seconds of 0.1. Interesting. Huh. So it's halfway through the... If you've never been second until halfway through the race, on the final corner, if you are in the front half of the pack and second, you get 8 seconds of 0.2. If you're just in the front half of the pack and you're in like third or fourth or something, then you get 0.1. 8 seconds of 0.2 is, it's pretty good. Acceleration does not scale linearly in the same way. Like this isn't, I don't think. Well, no, I guess it is. It is linear. Yeah. No, it isn't, because 4 seconds of 0.4 is like it's one half, like 0.5 times a times t squared, right? So 4 seconds of 0.4 is like 4 times 4, whereas 8 seconds of 0.2 is, why is 0.2, right? 0.4. 8 seconds of 0.2 is 0.2 times 64, right? It's a lot better, isn't it? You prefer to front load it? Only if you are running out of, like, only if you're not accelerating for 8 seconds. Right? I think this is better, right? Am I crazy? 0.2, 0.4, 16. Yeah, it's like twice as good, actually. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. Because the duration, you're cutting 1 in half and multiplying 1 by 2, but the one you're multiplying by 2 is squared. So it scales twice, like it scales like quadratically, right? This is twice as good. This will be worse if you're not accelerating for 8 seconds, but you usually are. I don't know, maybe I mean at least 7. This is really good, I think, actually. The more I think about it. Yeah. As long as you aren't getting all your acceleration done in like 5 seconds, this is really good. Very good. Now, of course, you have to be in exactly second. This is very good if you're in exactly second. Like very, very strong. Again, think about it, it's like twice as good as like a shooting for victory, right? But I mean, even 8 seconds of 0.1 should be the same. right? Like 8 seconds of 0.1 should be 0.1 times 64. That's just a good, unless I'm doing my math wrong, this is a really good acceleration ult, I think, right? This guy Chariot with Runaway is probably super chill. Like, I think this is just, if you're not in seconds, assuming you hit it right as late race starts, though, that's fair. That's fair. That is assuming that. Which I am assuming for the other one, too. But certainly if it only lasts for, like, 4... I guess... Oh, no. Here's the problem with this. This is definitely designed for sprints, right? Because, in reality, on, like, a medium, this is 16 seconds. So much of that is going to be wasted, right? Yeah. Never mind. No, I forgot about... Yeah. This is base duration. If you're on, like, 1,000-meter sprint, this is awesome. But no, a 4-second acceleration is already going to be, like, 8, right? If you hit it right away. And if you don't, you still get, like, 6 or 5 out of it or something, right? You have to... This has to either... It has to hit perfectly on a short track, or I guess something nice... Okay. I guess something nice about this is if you're in a place where the later half of the final corner, like, this is a Taiki situation, right? Like, say we had like, Cancer Cup. I think. Was it Cancer Cup? It was like... Is it like Chukyo? No, it wasn't Chukyo. Is it Hanshin 1600? No. Tokyo 1600? Maybe? Yeah, sure. Something like this. Like, if the final corner later half is... If you're still firmly in the mid-race, you are still going to get value out of this for the entire acceleration zone. Yeah, okay, so this is... I kind of have flip-flopped, but I've landed somewhere in the middle. This is not like a ridiculously broken acceleration or anything like that. This is very nice on certain tracks. Because the fact that it is going to be like 15 seconds of Excel means that you don't need 15 seconds of Excel ever. But it does mean that even if it pops early, that you will... It is very hard to not get some value out of this, right? At least the only way you can not get value out of this is if the final corner is after the acceleration zone, right? But whether it's like a sprint or a mile or like some shorter mediums, you will always get like the full acceleration zone's worth of value out of this Excel. And if you get 8 seconds of 0.1 out of it at any point, that's good. If you get 8 seconds of 0.2, it's really good, right? So it's track dependent. That's a good ultimate. That is a good ultimate. She comes with changing gear. She comes with winds of change. Leader, this is pace, right? During the latter part of the middle leg, if you're less than 5 meters away from first, your speed will increase. Sure. Yeah, 4 seconds of 0.25. That's pretty good. Sure. Yeah, I mean, good horse. Solid pace chaser, for sure. Right. Solid pace chaser. Not something that is, like, blowing my mind and, like, I have to put her on the list right now, but solid pace chaser. Symbolic Chris S. Mary Chris S. Is that Tsurumaru Tsuyoshi? Is that their name? It's like Special Week's son or something. Oh, I see a Tamamo cross hold. That actually might be... That might have to... I mean, that just might be where we pull one of our horse pulls just because it's mandatory, especially if she's even remotely good. Symbolic Chris S. What is this? Mary Chris S. As featured in the new story, which you have surely seen. You know me. It's this one, right? It's a stamina one. Damn. Guts bonus. What? Are you a guts card? You're a stamina card. Bond gauge 80, getting guts bonus. Friendship, blah, blah, blah. Priority, fine, yeah, whatever. Passing pro. What is she? Devil May Care. Ah, lose yourself. Between her. This is late surge, right? Why am I here? Why am I not on... I am on global. Betweener. I guess it's not out yet, right? Betweener is late surgers, if I remember correctly. During the last spurt, if you're not in front, use some stamina to increase your acceleration. Use last spurt on a long. Oh, that's just really... Oh, yeah, I know this one, yeah. I was surprised with your savings. You didn't pull the Fine Motions recent banner if all you cared about was the Foshin. I explained why, actually. Because if I did, I would still not use her. You know what I mean? Right now, if I put 30k into that banner, unless I pulled like 2 copies of her and then the pity, I still wouldn't use her leaving that banner. Whereas on that later banner, I will have accumulated enough resources that if I pull her, she will immediately become usable. Like, it'll be carrots that I spend to not benefit me right now, is why I didn't do it. Mystica's haunt stream session. No, you're good. But yeah, I'm saying like that's the reasoning basically. Is I would be spending the carrots to not benefit immediately. So if I'm not gonna benefit immediately anyways, I might as well leave my options open. Carrots on a bowl is most useful when it's empty type shit, you know. Is that Chris has to lose yourself card? Indeed it is. I mean, that's an amazing acceleration on longs, obviously, right? 2% stamina drain isn't nothing, but you're a late surger. You can tank that shit. And just a 0.4 excel that seems to be... I mean, is last spurt. That is... Yeah. That's just really good, right? Manhattan Cafe Wit also has that. Lose yourself as a late surger goat. I mean, it's only on longs, but I mean, that is a really, really good excel on longs. That is a just, I mean, I think this is like as soon as you enter it, it will pop, right? If you have these conditions. So you can be 4th and you get like, it's probably gonna be like 4 to 5 seconds of 0.4. It's a really good acceleration, right? Yeah. Manhattan Cafe Wit. Which one's Manhattan Cafe Wit? Cafe. Ooh, Cafe. Oh, looks like it's pretty recent though. But I mean, that's an interesting card. As a late surger enjoyer, that's an interesting card. It is a stamina card that doesn't come with a recovery, right? It is a stamina card that doesn't come with a recovery in and of itself, which is a little stinky. But I mean, that is a really good acceleration. Having it as an option for longs could be nice. The card is basically on your left post buff. I think it's better than that, right? Because this is not a random. This is not random. This is as soon as these conditions get met, it'll activate. So if you enter the late race in 4th, right? On your left gets the same text. I don't believe so. On your left gets race phase random equals 2 or whatever, right? Like if we go on, like this is better than that. On your left is at a random part in the first half of the late race, which is much better. But yeah, this is just, if you enter the late race in 4th and pass the wit check, you will hit a perfect excel. Right? That is a really good excel. Maybe I need to fit this in. Guy feels like a good borrow for the long CMs. That is also true. I could just borrow this shit. But well, I'm skipping it personally because there's a wit card with that skill. The Manhattan Cafe card, yeah. If I really want it, I guess this could be a borrow. I know the borrow slot is going to be very heavily taxed as time goes on, but like, I mean, I'm planning to pull on all the PAL cards forever because they usually are amazing banners from what I've seen. Card is too niche for my tastes. I mean, the skill is so good. I think this is better, way better to just get Creek and borrow the long style cards. Yeah. I didn't consider borrowing it. Yeah, fair enough. The skill is amazing, but I don't think we need it on the account. Let's look at Tamamo. Let's look at this. Is this a festival Tamamo, it looks like? Yes, it is. Hello, small, petulant child. 1488, sure. She is, yeah, medium-long enjoyer. If you've activated at least 2 skills during the mid-leg, so free, basically, your speed will increase. Bonus speed for every extra activation during the effect. Okay. Max twice. So it goes up to 3. Oh, I mean, so this will go up to 6 seconds of 0.3. I mean, so baseline, this is anchors away with a better condition, right? So this just to compare for a second. Like baseline, with nothing else, this is just better anchors away, right? Because I actually have had races where anchors away does not trigger because gold chip pushes up too far in certain lobbies, right? This is... When does it activate? As soon as this gets triggered, I suppose, right? So this is in the mid-race? Yeah. So, I mean, baseline, this is better anchors away. I'll take style cards, I'll take distance cards, I'll take a combo of both. That's a borrow. It's a fair heuristic. Yeah, like this is just gonna be anchors away that's more consistent. And then if it's on a long, I mean, the chance that you activate at least one other skill during it, or sometimes 2, is actually possible, right? That's a good ult. That is a good ass ult. Anchors away is very good. And this being potentially either just equal to anchors away or even a little better baseline, and then way better if you get 0.3 out of this, that's really nice. What else does she have? Killer Tombs? Sure. Okay. It's on. Good. Tail held high. I mean, ooh, I might have to grab this Tamamo. I might. She just seems good. And I am a Tamamo enjoyer. I might have to grab the Tamamo. What does the Inari 1 look like? Inari 1. By the time this comes out, surely Sin Gray Season 3 will have come up, and I will fuck with Inari 1 because I will have seen her in the anime, right? 1488, sure. Mal medium long. Is Inari 1 glue, by the way? What do you mean by this? If you're in the back of the pack during a final leg corner. If you were in the back of the pack during a final leg corner, your speed on the last straight will increase depending on the number of times you've overtaken someone on the corner. On that corner? This is an involved ult. So, in the late race, preconditions. In the late race, when you were on a corner and you were 5th or worse, greater than, yeah, and you had an overtake target, Yes. So you had an overtake target on the final corner. That is very common, right? This should not really be a precondition. Like, as long as there's a corner in the late race, which is almost everything, this should be free, right? That Tamama unique would trigger tail held high at the same time. She would almost always get the one extra skill trigger. Oh, you're so smart. Oh, it would. Because this would be your third skill almost certainly, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, I gotta grab that Tamamo. He's going on the list for sure. Okay, so you have an overtake target on the final corner in the late race, on a corner in the late race, sure. And then, as soon as you enter the final straights, which is good, you get 0.35. It's base 0.35, sure, so it's base increase. The multiplier depends on the number of times you've overtaken someone during late race corners. What does it do, man? Like, hold on. Multiply speed? Oh, no, it's multiply with the speed stat. I see. There's gotta be something for order up. Each time the trainee successfully overtakes. Uh-huh. No, that's not what it is. Multiply maximum, multiply active specific tag count, add distance diff, no. Multiply arc global potential level? What the fuck? Duration scaling, ability time usage. Multiply distance diff. Multiply blocked side, max continue time, phase middle run. What the fuck are you saying to me? How does it scale? I mean, I assume this becomes a greatly increases eventually, but... How many times do I have to have overtaken someone on a late race corner? This is like the one resource that I'm still missing for this game that I desperately want is numbers on shit like this. I don't know where these are, because again, it matters. I mean, if this can become a 0.45, then it's, it's good, but I don't know. Because this precondition, I mean, even baseline, like 5 seconds of 0.35, it's not great, but it's not the worst, right? But like, if I overtake one person on a late race corner, is this a 0.45? Is it 2? Can this be more than a 0.45 if I get like a really lucky string of overtakes? If I overtake like 3 or 4 people on a late race corner, is this like way better pulse? I don't know. Obviously, yeah, she has the Oi race course. I assume every in RE1 comes with some Oi buff, right? She comes with Spurt. She comes with innate experience. She comes with encroaching shadow. Okay, this banner is getting hit, I think. Yep. Okay. I mean, I don't mind end closers, right? Dawn obviously can be run as whatever as well because she's goated like that. Okay. Yeah. That's happening, I think. Is that happening over Peep Jungle Pocket? Is she kind of fat? Excuse me? When is Jungle Pocket coming out? When is her release date? Question mark. Hello, Mr. Breek. Is she soon? If you're in the middle of the pack halfway through the race, your speed will increase. It'll increase greatly in medium races. Oh, I see. Sure. I mean, just free and easy. Am I missing something? It's a nice ult. Exactly 50 to 51 is fun, so you can definitely, on some tracks, you could probably finagle that to get some speed carryover, maybe, but... Sure. Blitzing Spirits. Betweener. If you're not in the front during the second half of the mid-leg, your speed will increase. Pro curve. Nice. If you're 4th or better. Phase later, half random 1. Ooh, this is nice. This could get speed carryover as well. That's a nice skill. Surging Beat. If you're in the middle of the pack during the first half of the final leg, during the first half of the final leg, you'll get a speed boost. Current speed. Ah, right. Yes, okay. That's very nice. That's really good. This seems like a later Uma, right? Power level seems a little higher. I assume she's not coming out anytime soon. And we're at like August 14th. Jungle Pockets. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know if that's... I assume that's still good for 2028, but I think that makes sense why she seemed a little strong. Onwards and upwards. That Tamamo banner has probably got to be... It must be done, I think. Is it Poke a limited guy? I don't know. Where were we? Cafe. Mary Chris S. Here we are. Yeah. I think I gotta do that, probably. This is probably, like, this slot right here is looking like Tamamo Cross in RE1 Festival. And then... I mean, honestly, this is like... Honestly, this shit is like going here, and like this shit probably goes here too. And then it's just like we have 30k to play with, maybe 60k. Festival. Wait, let me just get rid of these. We have 30k to play with, essentially, maybe 60k, right? He's limited, can't be got through selectors. Same with Gentle Donna and Orf. Ooh, that's rude of them. That's rude. What are we doing here? There's this person whose name I don't recognize and face is lost to me for some reason. Yaeno Muteki and... It's like a really... I see the headpiece. Is that Oguri? I don't know what... I genuinely, I can't tell who's in that art for some reason. It's gonna be funny if it is Oguri, because that is... It's not Oguri, is it? It says in the timeline, doesn't it? Yeah, it is Oguri. I saw the headpiece, but I'm just like... I don't know why it's like hard to make her out from there. Oguri. Oh, it's a wit card. Oguri wit card. Come on. Let's be serious. Let's be fucking for real. I love my daughter, but she's not a wit card. Let's just be honest for a second. Just checking. Are you aware you can click on the timeline? Yes. Yes. But it takes you to the gacha page, which I don't much care for. It's easier to just go through there. It does also, for what I should know though, it says the name right there, so I can search up very easily. This is a guts card, huh? Gain guts bonus 3 when the bond gauge is full. I mean, that's a lot of guts bonus. But whatever, probably. Bunch of medium hints, killer tunes. Yeah, sure. Not really too interested. Oguri cards are obviously awesome, but yes, the problem is that Oguri can outrun them herself. All supports gain initial friendship gauge 5. Huh. It's a pretty good unique, I feel like. Excellent art. Yeah, excellent art. It's true. All supports gain initial friendship gauge 5. Curious. Pace straightaways, pace corners, all I've got. Up tempo, lots of... Oh, I guess this is pretty common. Yeah, Oguri, kind of like Gold Chip, usually has a lot of different hints. Good stuff, but like a lot of different hints. What is her Gold? Steady advance. If you're in the lead or close to the lead during the second half of the mid-race, your speed and acceleration will increase for 3 seconds. Ooh. Interesting. Phase later half random. So this could hit crazy, right? This could hit Insano style if you're lucky, it hits near the end of the mid-race and you get like speed carryover and the acceleration. Worst case, this is Professor of Curvature, right? Like, well, worse, right? Looking like a Borrow angle, yeah. It could, but regardless, this is an Oguri card, and Oguri can't use Oguri cards. So, in it, like, strangely, I'm less interested in Oguri cards generally. Okay, keep going. Let's try and keep moving at a good pace here. Nakayama Festa. You have never interested me much. No shade to the Nakayama Festa enjoyers, but it's like for some reason you've never grabbed me, personality-wise. But let's see. Pace or late. I mean, that's good for a guy like me. 10-10-10, sure. If you tried to overtake someone on the final corner, if you tried to overtake someone in the middle of the pack with the most 400 meters remaining, your speed will increase. Bonus effect if you're not popular. I assume that's favorites, right? You had an overtake target on the final corner. Again, should be essentially guaranteed on almost every race, unless you're in first, in which case you're probably chilling. Especially if you're a late surger. Remaining distance less than or equal to 400. Between third and fifth, and worse than the fourth favorite, you get pulse, better pulse. If you are higher, you get worse pulse. Fair enough. I hate her beanie. I love her beanie. The duality of man. Good ult, right? Good ult. It is a little hard to control. Like I kind of don't like. This is my problem with Nice Nature Cheerleader as well. I kind of don't love ults that depend on how much of a favorite you are, because it's very lobby dependent. But I will say that in my experience, this might not be the case anymore. Now that like everyone is just hitting 1200s across the board in Mant. But I found that front runners tend to be higher favorited because they just have higher stat requirements. Generally, they have to hit like more stamina, more wit, things like this. So they usually end up being higher. So maybe, but I don't really love the. She's a late, not a front, right? More skills, yeah, exactly, right? So like lates, paces, like you can end up going lower, but this is a little. Like, if it wasn't like, oh, you're not the first favorite, then sure, but fourth is completely out of your hands, I fear. Nothing ventured. Greatly increased velocity in the second half of the race, but sometimes increased fatigue. I wonder how often. The real horse is known to be an underdog because when she was put in the Prix de l'Arc, she was like bottom favorite, but almost won the race, getting second by a neck or a nose. I see. Goddamn. I see it as a bonus effect if I hit it cool. Yeah. Sure. That's nice. 0.45, like greatly increased speed on a gold skills. Very nice. -1. This is the same one where this is, I think it's this is not -1. This is like 0.01 or 0.02, I think, is how this works. This is really well, very poorly designed. Nakayama Festa, the summer Nakayama Festa has a similar thing. The multiplier depends on a random roll, but the random roll is like 1/100 or 1/50, basically. This will never take your entire stamina bar, don't worry. Gambler. Your speed, power, and gut stats have a chance of being increased by 80 each. The chance is 30% if you're one of the 3 most popular racers, and 60% otherwise. That's funny, man. I love that. Hakari ass horse. I do fuck with that. Not my horse, but that is a really funny kit. Honestly based, yeah. W skill. Hold up. He's kind of an insane W. Not for me, but like that is a very fun horse. Creek CB. I mean, if you don't have Creek and you don't have Mr. CB and you care about end closers at all, this is a fucking ridiculous banner, right? I mean, I could use the Creek copies, but I don't think I'm gonna do this because I don't really care too much. Well, I mean, Tamamo is an end closer often. I don't know. That's an interesting banner. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. That banner is a bit of a piece of shit. It's a bit of a piece of shit. I'm not a huge end closer guy, but with Tamamo being a thing, I might honestly become a bigger end closer guy. But I can't really spread myself quite that thin. I can't go for pace cards and late cards and end cards. It's probably a recipe for disaster. So I probably have to call it quits on that. I kind of need super creeks though. I could use some super creeks. I have a 1 LB creek right now. We're gonna get a rainbow shard pretty soon. I'm gonna have a 3 LB. The one thing, right? I am gonna have a 3 LB fine motion without pulling on her banner, most likely. I have 0 LB right now. I have a voucher ticket that I'm planning to use on her. We get like 2 rainbow crystals every 8 months or something like that. We get like 1 roughly every scenario. Well, we get like a little bit more than 1 a scenario, I feel like, right? So I'm probably gonna have a 3 LB nice nature off of shards and took all discipline I have to not blow everything to get a 3 LB creek for the current running CM. Yep. I'm probably gonna have a 3 LB fine motion just without pulling on her banner. So I do wonder if, like, this is probably gone at this point. I do wonder if the other thing is maybe the Creek CB, because both of these cards are useful, right? Creek stays useful kind of forever, and CB, I mean, again, Daring Strike is obviously very good on end closers. I might honestly end up running Tamamo as a late surger a lot of the time, is the one thing, like, unless it's, like, I'm running her as a long right now on Pisces, right? You're a charming fella. It's true, man. That's why you got charming twice. Yeah, I guess I'm probably going to end up running Tamamo as a late surger pretty often, now that I think about it. I could have done it here, honestly. I probably should have done it here. I would have had an easier time doing it. I would have had better cards for it. Yeah, okay. No, Tamamo, I don't think Tamamo is going to pull me down to the path of the end closer. I think she can run as a late surger, and I enjoy late surgers. And she can run as a pace chaser too. Yeah, never mind. Okay. It's a great banner. It's a really good banner, but it's not for me. You know, like, if you, like, CB and Creek on the same banner is fucking nuts. But I don't think I want it. Well, I'll put it as an idea here. It's definitely interesting enough to put it as an idea, but I don't think I like it over this. And come to think of it, this is not, like, the more I think of it, the more I could do this, but also I'm gonna have a 3 LB nice, a fine mo anyway. And yes, Tama's a better late surger once Lose Yourself comes out anyway. Val. And, like, yes, what was I gonna say? Like, yes, Fine Mo is better at 3 LB than MLB, or sorry, at MLB than 3 LB, but, like, if I can get her to 3 LB without spending carrots, is it really worth spending it on a sport card banner where I don't want the other cards just to do that instead of waiting, like, a little longer maybe, or just leaving her at 3 LB forever on the account? Probably not, right? Probably not. She gets the 10 race bonus at MLB is the big difference, which after Mant, it's like, who cares? Like, once, like, obviously race bonus will always be good, right? But, like, the difference between 3LB and MLB Fine Mo is really the only meaningful one, right? Is the race bonus. Like, he gets 15 extra mood effect, I guess, but who cares? Right? Like, 1, he gets 2 extra TE. Initial friendship gauge doesn't move at all. This doesn't move at all. This barely moves. This literally doesn't change at all. This goes to 5. That matters, right? That matters. But really, it's just, he goes from it's 8 to 10. It's not even 5 to 10. Yeah, no. Okay. I'm actually, we're on the hunt. We're on the hunt for something now. I'm not doing that. The more I think about it, I'm not doing that. It's 5% TE, basically. I mean, it's not even. It's 2. Right? It's 2% TE. Yeah, so we're not doing that. No, I mean, that's good. We now have a spot opened up. We are on the hunt for 30k to put somewhere. Which it feels nice. It feels nice to know that we are looking for that. This banner could be it, including the mood effect. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's fair. Which is, it's meaningful, but it's not the end of the world. It's not 30k carrots meaningful, right? 30k carrots, that shit is not, that doesn't grow on trees. Wonder Acute. This banner could be it, by the way. Put it on Aishin Flash SSR, so true. Maybe. I mean, what does she do? Wonder Acute. Let's see. What is Wonder Acute got for us? Wonder. We're making better progress than we did before. Wonder Acute. Pace Chaser primarily. Mile Medium Horse. Never say never. With 300 meters remaining in the race, if you're in a good position, your speed will increase. If it's a dirt race, and you're close to the lead, you will also immediately accelerate. Fair enough, big dog. I'm going to back away slowly from you. You are very cute, pat, but I'm not looking for their Uma personally. Uma Musume. Oguri already handles that more than fine for a guy like me. Aishin Flash SSR and Naruto Top Road, is that an SR? I would assume. Beep boop. That is Naruto. Yeah, that looks like it's an SR. It's a power SR. That's fine. Who is it? It's Aishin Flash. That's so fucking true, bestie. Aishin Flash Speed. Ooh, hold. This is curious. Gain power bonus and skill points bonus when bond gauge is at least 80. Wait, actually hold. This is off to a great start. Friendship bonus is low, right? Initial friendship gauge is high. That's great. Decent prio, some TE, initial speed and power. She gets even more. Is this like assuming? Hold on, let me go to the compare tool. Is that like she gets 2 power bonus total? That's the wrong one. Beep. Yeah, she does. Oh, when does that happen? Okay, you do need 3 for so she starts with she gets a speed bonus at 3, and I mean MLB this is 2 speed and 2 power bonus. It's quite nice, right? But I mean I don't have the budget for that. We want someone who's good at 1 LB. Skill point bonus. I mean she's still not bad at 1 LB. Like it'll be right. It'll be 2 power bonus, 1 skill point bonus. That's not bad at all. What does she give you though? She Late Surger, Fighter's kind of worthless, but whatever. Take the chance. If position towards the back, mid-race, slightly accelerate, or late race, slightly accelerate, slightly increase acceleration. God. Okay, yeah, this is the gold version, or the white version of this, which is, like, better on your left. That's not bad. Incisive Flash. At a random point on a random straight. Oh, this is Late Surger straightaways gold? Okay. Not a bad card, certainly. Like, good skill hints on her. It's interesting. Something to keep in the... Doesn't jump off the page, but something to keep in mind. Vodka and Daiwa Scarlets looks like holiday. Looks like a Christmas version. Yuri banner. Yeah, vodka. Oh, that is... Wait, she gotta drip the fuck out. What the hell? And Daiwa Christmas. Yo. I kind of fuck with the fit intensely. What the hell? 20 and 10, yeah. Mile medium into high gear after running downhill. Whoa. A new one. After running downhill in the back of the pack during the mid-leg or later, your speed will increase. If you're in Tokyo, your acceleration will increase too. Ooh. They get more creative with these alts as time goes on. I do like that. Track ID equals 10,006. Tokyo, I suppose, right? So between 5th or 7th on the downhill in the mid-race. So that's the precondition. And then at that point, if you're on an uphill or if you're on no slope at all. So if you're on a downhill, this doesn't trigger, right? Then you get speed and excel. And if you don't, this is speed. I assume, does Tokyo Merchant? Does Tokyo often have a hill in the late race? Like, what does, like, the fucking Tokyo 2400 look like? Also, I need to close some of these. Let me start here and just start clicking tabs. Keep one of the compare tool, keep one of the support tool, keep one of the character tool. And let's open one for race courses. I assume Tokyo, like, normally has a hill in the late race, right? Surgically designed derby runner or some shit? Huh? Well, not really. Oh, I know. When does this downhill end? This downhill ends... Slope 3, right? There's an uphill, downhill. Yeah, slope 3. 1500. Oh, yeah. Surgically designed derby runner. At the downhill will end, her ult will pop, and she will get the speed, and she'll get speed carryover into Excel. I see. Okay. So yeah, like literally, you're really good on Tokyo tracks. Probably everything that is like a Tokyo mile or medium. It seems like you'll be pretty good. Sure. Hello, Daiwa. 20 and 10. Good growths. Front runner and pace chaser. Gross. If you're in front during any second half straight. Xmas Ayabi also specifically a derby horse. Fair. Adult video. If you're in front during any second half straight, your speed will increase. Bonus speed if you're first is another girl right behind you. 6 seconds of 0.35 or 6 seconds of 0.25. I see. So it's either anchors away, but for pace chasers, which is already pretty good, right? Or super anchors away. And this is not, I mean, you have to be first, I guess, right? But if you're a front, I mean, that's a really good ult, right? I mean, it's a front horse, so it's not for me, but like, I assume even this late into the game, fronts are still trying to fight over angling and scheming forever, right? So, like, this is just, if you're in front, stay in front. 6 seconds of 0.35? So good. It has to be on a straight in the mid-race, but I guess that's most fucking races. Huh. Okay. That's a good-ass frontrunner now. It's a good-ass frontrunner. Scarlet Nuit Etoile. Etoile? Is it Etoile? Ain't that the streamer? Ignore my pronunciation being ass. Closing my eyes and remembering Austin Machan. Who's that? Who's Rem? Zeno Rob Roy, actually. She likes to play D&D, and she's one of the fucking 2 goats that has ever gotten the senior fall triple crown. I'm gonna have to put some more respect on her name. The little loading screen where she's like, you want my book recommendations? Is also super cute. I could be partial to some Zeno Rob Roy. Narita Brian and Eguruvu. Looks like 2 SSRs. Oh, look, it's left-handed. Excuse me. Narita Brian. Is it the stamp card? It is not. It's the Narita Brian Christmas. Doesn't exist? Oh, show upcoming supports. That's why. I need to go down to just Brian. Narita Brian. There she is. And it was Eguruvu. Eguruvu. That looks like an SR to a guy like me, personally. Looks like an SR to a guy like me. Air Groove. No, it is an SSR. It's an SSR wit card. Hold. That's interesting. She's rocking the outfit. Speed bonus and skill point bonus when bond gauge at least 80. Okay. Rob Roy is keeping my front runner sanity intact because Suzuka won't talk to me. Felt. Friendship bonus, pretty high. We do like that. High prio. With cards, they usually get very high prio. High initial friendship. Fuck with that heavy. Speed bonus. So she would have 2 speed bonus, 1 wit bonus, and skill point bonus? Hold on. Hold. That's a great chassis baseline. Winter Runner, standard distance, late searcher savvy, position pilfer, late searcher straightaways. Whoa. Fearless, this is the, what is this? If you're in the middle of the pack at a random point during the second half of the race, your speed and acceleration will slightly increase. What is her gold? Fast and Furious. Hold on. It's a really nice wit SSR, no? Now the problem is, if I have nice nature, and fine motion, and eventually Medjuro Ramonu, she probably isn't better than any of the 3 of them. So it does become like a genuine, like, I'm not running 4 wit, right? That's a good card, though. That's a good card. But it's actually, like, the shit people say about fine motion is actually true about her, where it's just, like, there are just too many, she just is, like, you could not Crystal Fine Mo? I could not Crystal Fine Mo, but I think Fine Mo is, even without having as good of a skill, I feel like she's still better than this card, but maybe not. I mean, Fast and Furious is real nice, but you can get Fast and Furious from other things. That's an interesting choice. There's an interesting choice. I could not do that. If I didn't do that, what would I do? Save them? Save them for maybe Creek? I don't know. Fine Mo's pretty good. Let's compare them side by side. She's definitely not better than Nice Nature for late surgers. We go Fine Motion, and we go, it was Eguruvu. Let's say, sure, let's compare them to MLB first, I guess. So that is big. This is huge. Same wit bonus, less TE, that matters. That's a big dub in her favor. 35 wit matters. The extra initial friendship gauge is quite nice. Race bonus I don't quite care about, but you know, it is something. Way higher prio and a skill point bonus.
And a better skill. You probably are better for lates than Fine Mo, aren't you? Oh my. Is it the Wit card with 2 speeds? The Prio kind of delicious? Wit cards don't usually get Prio this high either. Like, mostly, the type of shit we get is like 50 and stuff. I think Ramonu gets like 80, right? Which is one of the other reasons that she's as good. No, she doesn't. Yeah. I thought she got like 80. Boy, oh boy. You know, I mean, that... Relate specifically, this is kind of sick, but Ramonu is rapidly approaching. Yeah, I guess the better question then is also, the problem is she better than Nice Nature? Right? And like, I mean, more friendship bonus, no mood effect here at all, 2 wit bonus versus 1, 2 speed bonus. I mean, this is also at MLB, which is a hard, like, I already have you at MLB. Getting you to MLB is going to be a huge opportunity cost, but 15 versus 5, way more prio. Man, I mean, Fast and Furious might be better than On Your Left, but once On Your Left gets buffed, it could be a little bit more questionable. That's a good-ass card, man. Like, I'm like, is this the second card you use with Ramonu? Maybe. The problem is, unfortunately, that it's just like... I mean, to be honest, bro, I'm like, are you better at 1 LB than this? I mean, obviously the 15 race bonus here is huge, and you have 2, right? But I mean, once we leave the place where that is like quite as important, it's like... I mean, are you just better at 1 LB than Nice Nature is at MLB? No, I don't think, but it's like, it's close. It's a discussion. What's the other card on this banner? It was the Guts card, right? The Naruto Brian Guts. And on a speed growth Uma, you could drop a speed card with 2 speed bonus. Oh, it's a power card. What do you do? Gain 5 TE for every level of the current training facility. Oh, fuck. This is the Summer Maru effect. If you have anything even remotely good for lates, I'm going to be very tempted by this banner. Right-handed Winter, Outer Swell, long straightaways. Leader, this is pace. Leader betweener. If you try to overtake someone in the second half of the race, your speed will increase. Hot Pursuit. If you try to overtake someone in the second half of the race, your speed will increase. If you're a pace and you have an overtake target, oh, this banner is good. You're not that good, but like, you are passable, and you are really good. That is not what I expected. A power card though, yeah. Like, she's okay. Like, she's not bad. But Air Groove is like genuinely very strong. It feels like, unless I'm missing something, right? But like, I don't think so. Like, she compares decently to MLB Nice Nature outside of the race bonus, right? Which does matter. Ay. I mean, that's certainly going on the list, at the very least. I can... Oh, that is also like a genuine... That is like a genuine reason to hold off on using my crystal, too. I mean, I probably should anyway, because I'm not going to use Fine Mo right now regardless, but... I mean, for late surgers, she's definitely better than Fine Motion, at least. She's so far away, but I mean, I wouldn't be using Fine Mo until like a month before her anyway, right? Like, it was August 9th versus September 10th. Yeah, so like, Fine Mo is also pretty far away. It'd be like, ooh, low TE comparatively, but I don't know how future scenarios work. The TE is not great. Yeah, it's true. But it's still 5. It's not nothing. Plus, I mean, I am. Oh, it doesn't get better. That's fair. I was gonna say I'm comparing 1 LB to MLB, but. Oh man, that's going on the list for sure, at least, right? 30k to Air Groove Brian Brain Christmas. It's at least an idea. That's an interesting card. That's a very interesting card. It's a good wit card. Ramonu, by the way, just to refresh my memory, right? We're talking, yeah, like really high friendship bonus, 20 TE. Where does that come from? For every speed increasing skill. On the horse? Like, if you buy skills up to 20 for 5, I mean, that's very easy to do over the course of the career, certainly. So that's awesome. The 20 TE there is really good. 20 friendship gauge, 50 prio. Hints. The hints are a bunch of mile and medium shit, sure. And then she gives you like another professor of curvature, basically, right? Yeah, this is just on only miles and mediums, but it's another pro curve. Yeah, this card's really good. Yeah, it's expected. Okay, let's look at Zeno Rob Roy. Zeno Rob Roy. Hello, Bookworm. 140. That's crazy. 10-10. Medium long, pace late. Raise thy soul's sword. With 400 meters remaining, if you're in the front of the pack, your speed will increase. Okay. It's stronger if it's a big race, G1 or similar, and you're popular. Ooh, interesting. So, late race, 400 meters left, fourth or better. Grade equals 100. That I assume that's G1, right? Indeed, yes. Nerd emoji. Popularity, third or better. That's quite good. So that's a greatly increase. That's better pulse a lot of the time, right? This wants you to be a pace more than a late though, right? She's more of a pacer. Race planner, refraction arc, medium corners gold. Okay, right-handed and left-handed. Sure. Interesting. A dedicated pacer though, so a little less interesting for a guy like me, but a cool horse. Light hello rerun with Mino top chud. That's fine. Narita Bryan. She really grew on me in the Halloween event and ended up on my poll plans. She's very cute. I do love Zeno Robroy. From what little I've seen of her, to be fair. This is the Narita Bryan Blaze. Is that right? Looks kind of cool. 10-10-10. Medium long and some mile. Pace and late. Critical point gray. Okay, Shadow the Hedgehog. If you're in front during the second half of the final corner, your speed will increase. Bonus effect if it's a long race and you were blocked from the side during the middle leg. What in the world? So if I was blocked from the side, again, this could be someone passed me or I passed someone. Whoa! That's a 0.55 speed, man. Oh my. Okay, so on a long, if there was an overtake in the mid-race, which is on a long, rather likely because the mid-race lasts for so long, you get 5 seconds of 0.55. Whew! Otherwise, it's fine. It's whatever, right? What's that inherit look like? It's not 0.35, is it? Yeah, the inherit sucks. It's just for her. The inherit is the 0.35 inherit. Okay, interesting. Tooth and tail. Hot, she gets the thing that the Naruto Bryan power card gives late. That makes sense. Monster. Pace chaser long. If you're within 10 meters from the lead around the end of the middle leg, then in the final leg, your acceleration will increase. Oh, that's pretty easy. That's like it. That's got to be like impossible to not do. If you're within 4 lengths of first, around the end of the mid race, you get a 0.4 excel. It's immediate too. That's a good skill. Interesting card. Still not at this point. The slot is very contested. You have to be better than Creek CB or that Air Groove Brian banner. So no, but that's an interesting card. Zephyr SSR with TM Opera O. Let's see. Zephyr. Looks like the Guts cards. Yes, it is. And that TM Opera O a SSR or an SR? I genuinely can't. This is where I'm gonna click on it because I can't make out the art. Oh, okay. It's this one. It's an SR. Yeah. Cool. Sure. What does the Zephyr do? It's a Guts card, so I probably don't care, but gain skill point bonus 2 when bond gauge is at least 80. I mean, that's quite a lot, certainly. Winds of Change. Okay, pace card. I'm gonna move on. We gotta go. But interesting. 1.2 duration. That's a long merchant anyway. Yeah. Satono Diamond and Kita-san. Is that festival? Is that New York? Kita-san. No. New Year's. Yeah, it's New York. Kita-san and Satono. Okay. What do you have? Kita-san moved to Mom Donnie Stan and now she has free childcare. Satono Diamond, New Year. What are you guys rocking? I assume you're up front. During a final leg corner where at least 600 meters remain, if you're in front of the pack, your speed and acceleration will increase. I mean, yeah, sure. Front card. I'm just gonna, like, move ahead, taking the lead. Yeah, I'm sure she's great. Satono Diamond. You are a late surger. Arrow of Gold to break up the dark clouds. 15-15. Christmas Oguri. Growths. Could it be a sign? Halfway through the race, if you're in the middle of the pack, your speed will increase and your stamina will recover. Oh. Sure. I mean, little bro thinks she Christmas Oguri, but she not Christmas Oguri. Please be ass. I want to pull on Chris S. I mean, Kita-san seems like a very good front if that's your thing. You are fine. That's a good ult. What about this? Lose yourself. She's not ass. I have bad news. She's very good. On longs, but like, she's very good on longs. I have bad news. She might be the GOAT. And Stamina Siphon. Oh, God. On the final straight, if you're not in the lead, but also not more than 10 meters from it, your speed will increase. Okay, cool. That's really good, too. Late Surger, straightaways. Okay, and her ult is also, like, pretty good, right? Like, okay, that is... I mean, it's a long merchant. Don't get it twisted. It's a long merchant, but she is pretty fucking great on longs. Yeah. Interesting. When's that Manhattan Cafe wit card come out? There's a whole bunch of shit. Hold up. Cafe. That's the one, right? And that's right before Pasa? Is it really? It is, isn't it? Yeah. That's 2020. That's right before Pasa, isn't it? This is the one that gets lose yourself? Yeah, uh-oh. You don't say. We'll get to her when we get to her. Interesting. Interesting, man. Interesting. Let's keep going back to where we were. We're almost getting there. We're making good progress. Keep going. We have to scroll a lot to get back to where we were, which is a good sign. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Interesting banner. Wait, no, it's not you. Interesting. No. Where are they? Oh, interesting horse. There you go. But no. Special week and sweep chud. Let's see. What do you have for me? Excuse me. Supports. Special chud. It's not chud, man. She's not a fucking chud. It's all the magnifying glass. Yes. And then sweep chud though, for sure. It is, yeah, it's that one. Okay. A stamina card is your first mistake. Very cute art though. I do love her little drawings and shit. Gain mood effect when participating in a friendship training. 60? That's quite a lot. Friendship bonus, hint frequency, yeah, sure. Sure. Left-handed, standard distance. Is this in body and mind? Ooh, no stopping me. Interesting. On a stamina card though, a little bit shit, I fear. Wit cards. Gain priority 40 when bond gauge is 80. Okay, you do priority. Obviously, it's nice at rainbow trainings. You do kind of want it the whole time too, though, just because it helps you get to 80 in the first place. But sure, it starts with 25. It's not great. Yeah. End closer. Chaser, these are end closers. If you stay in the back of the pack without panicking for the first 2/3 of the race, your acceleration will increase in the first half of the final leg. Seems fine, but not a cool, not like the greatest banner in the world. Hoko Tarume. I've never even heard of you. What in the world? Hoko. 10-10-10. Mile medium. Pace front. She's dirt? Oh, she is dirt. Block from the side. In a good position during the last spurt. Your acceleration will increase. The effect is stronger if you have plenty of stamina left. Trending in the charts. Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's okay. I don't want a dirt front runner or a dirt pacer. It's okay. Tachyon rerun with the Tokai tail. Cool banner, but I'm not going to want it. Daitako Helios. Wait, Daitako Helios will not have... Is this a rerun? It's a rerun, isn't it? No. Takes them that long to add Helios to the game? Seems crazy. Daitako Helios, solo. Everybody put your hands up. From the first half of the pack during the second half of the mid leg, your speed will increase. The effect lasts longer on short and mile tracks. Huh. Sure. It's fifth or better. I mean, that's good. He's a pacer / fronter, though. Changing gears, slipstream, reckless. Yeah, okay. Oh, runaway. She's a runaway. Biko's like third Annie or something. ACAB does apply, I fear. Rice Shower and Haru, very cute. This is Halloween Rice Shower and New York Haru. Okay, this is a rerun. Ryan and Ines Fujin. What is this? They look they're very different in what they're wearing, but Ryan, Valentine. And Ines Fujin, presumably also Valentine, indeed. Very different fits, but I kind of rate it. 20 and 10. Pace late. Latte art for you. During any downhill around the end of the middle leg, if you're second or worse and close to the lead, your speed will increase. It's a medium distance race. Your acceleration will too. Huh. Very vodka coated, right? But not locked to Tokyo. But locked to mediums instead of Tokyo. Okay. And then she has Determined Descent and Supreme Downhiller, which is, yeah, downhill speedster. It's the velocity. It's like 1.5 million, 15 million cc. Powerful daughter banner. Yep. 15 million cc for downhills. Sure. Interesting. Not like super interesting to a guy like me, but I'm sure on certain tracks this is like just like vodka. This will be, I mean, this should, like on the Derby, for example, it should work exactly the same way, I think. Oh no, it has to be on a downhill. It's a little worse. Meh, 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 meh. It's okay. Ines Fujin, you'll be a front enjoyer, probably. Yep. So I probably can just skip. She can't even give me dopamine when she hits 6. What's the point? Very good point. Looks like maybe a good front runner. I mean, she comes with concentration and front runner savvy, some groundwork. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. But not for me. Let's keep moving right along. KS Miracle and some person who I can't my brain refuses to process it for some reason. Guts SSR and this mysterious individual right here. That's an SR, right? I've lost the banner. I can't see the banner anymore. I have lost the banner. Yeah, that's the SR. I don't think we care much then. Keep playing the piano. Gain power bonus. You are a Guts card with power bonus. Sure, prio, a bunch of pace stuff, gold head on. It's okay. I'm fine. No offense to the GOAT KS Miracle, but I'm okay. Marvelous Sunday and Biko Pegasus. Interesting. Power cards and speed. Ooh, hold up. Speed card? We see a speed card. It's always at least worth giving it a look. Biko, the more maximum energy you have, the higher TE you'll gain. Presumably that caps at 20 as well. A bunch of sprint shit on a random point on a random corner. This is late surge or corners gold. That's quite nice, actually. That is quite nice. It comes with nimble nav too. Yeah, no. Power card though. Power cards. Guts card with specialty prio straight into the garbage. Happens. Speed Sunday. Gain 15 TE when bond gauge is full. Sure, it's something. Friendship bonus, prio, power bonus, speed bonus, skill point bonus. I mean, that's lots of nice bonuses. What did she do here? Indomitable. I mean, a speed card with a recovery. Indomitable is actually, like, pace strategy triggers quite a lot, right? Getting past once at any point in the mid-race is pretty common. But, you know, it's not bad. But it doesn't grip me immediately. Moving right along to keep making progress here. This is a rerun banner. That's a rerun banner. Shinko Windy. We're almost getting there. We're getting to New Year's. Shinko Windy. Nope, not. It's the character. Shinko Windy. Shinko Windy. I like the outfit. 10-10-10. Mile medium. She's a pace late, possibly. Ding dong boo! Excuse me? When directly competing for position on the final straight in a showdown, this is like dueling, right? Your speed will increase. On dirt tracks, I see. Your acceleration will increase too. I mean, if she duels, she rips you in half. That's pretty good. Mud play? Full speed ahead. Mud play, man. This is a Wendy's. That's what I'm saying, man. It's okay. You can chill over there. Mr. Cheeseburger and Twin Turbo. Interesting. I'll take a look at the Mr. Cheeseburger banner. I don't see why not. CB and Twin Turbo. Twin Turbo's a runaway, right? Nice little 1-star runaway. She goes nutty with it. Yeah. Okay. Not my thing, but funny. What is 1000% output? At a random point during the first half, use some extra stamina to get a 0.45. A 4% stamina drain. You have to calm down. Okay, it's fine. Mr. Cheeseburger. Hello, 3rd Triple Crown winner in history. 10-10-10. Late end, makes sense. Lyricism at Journey's End. Thank you, Lord, for making the Season 2 emotional moment not something I have to pull for. Yeah. This is what happens when you don't give up. Dies immediately. During the second half of the middle leg, if you're in the second half of the pack, your speed will slightly increase. Bonus speed in medium and long races if you're at least like 8 lengths away from first place. Mr. Cheeseburger, my goat. That's what I'm saying. So if you're at least... Every time you overtake some... What? It's not mentioned anywhere. Hold. Trigger 1. If you're on a medium or long, phase later half random, 1, so later part of the mid race, and you are 5th or worse, you get target speed, and every time you... Whoa!
What the fuck? Okay, so while this is active, every time you overtake someone, you get 0.25 excel? So, I mean, this is a huge Gamba ult, right? But it's like, if this triggers late enough that you can get some speed carryover, or some excel carryover late enough, and you overtake 2 people, this becomes a 0.5 excel? That says excel? I mean, it's phase later half random, right? So this is like... It's anchors away. I assume... Well, is it... Wait, is this a miss? I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like a 0.25 speed base that also stacks up to 0.75 excel. I mean, it's kind of stupid regardless. Like, if this is speed, then it becomes like a 0.75 speed. I don't know how this ult works, man. I think what it is baseline, it's anchors away that has a good chance of hitting speed carryover, right? Because baseline is just anchors away that hits in the second half of the mid race. And then if you overtake people, it becomes anchors away with a 0.25, 0.5, or 0.75 excel attached. So this becomes like, even if you get 2 seconds of carryover into the late race, this is gonna like slingshot you tremendously. Weird ass ult. Like, maybe the most high rolly shit I've ever seen. At a random point during the 3rd corner, if you're in the second half of the pack, you get a speed boost. Okay. Umastan, Encroaching Shadow. Oh, wow. I think he's pretty good, right? Like, whether that's speed or excel, I feel like that's just a very strong ultimate. Because again, it's phase late or half random 1. So there's a pretty solid chance that some of that leaks into the late race. Yeah. I mean, definitely more of a specialized end closer. And I already, if I even want that, I already have that in the Festival Tama, so I'm chilling, but... and this is Medro Ramonu and 7 other characters. So, I mean, we're putting probably 60k into this. My understanding is you get 15k in free pulls on that shit. We're gonna probably go to 400 pulls on this. I love Mr. CB. We do love Mr. Cheeseburger. Daiichi Ruby, I'm just gonna tell you right now, I just don't want to pull on you because you're mean to Daitaku Helios. This is a rerun banner. Mary Chris S. Hello, Mary Chris S. Sim Bali Chris S. What are you up to, man? What are you up to? 15-15, latent pace. Merry Chris S to all who celebrate, indeed. If you're in the middle of the pack during any straight after the middle of the race, your speed will increase. Bonus duration if you're running downhill. Interesting. How much bonus duration? 6 seconds of 0.35. That's really good. And will trigger on most tracks. Somewhere in the mid-race, there has to be a straight with a downhill on it after position keep ends. I guess not every track, but on the tracks this works. That's very good. Okay, sure. It's 4th to 7th, so it works fine if you're late surging. Sure. And lose yourself. Okay, you better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. If you're in the second half of the pack from the second half of the middle leg, your speed will increase. Goddamn. Just spamming this lose yourself skill, huh? Okay, sure. That's good too. And this is also good. This is just another gold speed skill. Interesting. Certainly. Very good mid-race speed skill with like a guaranteed excel on longs, but I feel like at this point I'm just looking forward to that cafe banner. But that's an interesting one. Darley Arabian? Aren't you like Northern Taste and shit? Like, aren't you one of like the 3 horses that like everyone is descended from? Or am I glazing? Am I misremembering? Are you not that old? Isn't this like one of the 3 horses where like all Japanese race horses are descended from? Like, isn't this one of the 3 goddesses? Is what I'm getting at? This is one of the 3 goddesses, isn't it? What the fuck? They just make them cards now? Like that? It's like whatever. Fucking Beerus is here. Okay. Sure. Hello, Darley Arabian. They make AI holograms of them in the story? Tupac Arabian? Am I losing my mind? See, the scenario card. Ooh. For Grandmasters? Is this Grandmasters? Oh, because it's called Grandmasters. The Grandmasters are probably the 3 goddesses, right? This the one called Ancestors something or other? SSR group card. Ancestors and Guides. That's why I couldn't find it. What the fuck? Holy shit, it's the 3 goddesses.
My goddess is wearing a thong. Gain friendship bonus and mood effect 15 when the bond gauge is full. Gain skill point bonus 1 when the bond gauge is full. Okay, sure. 1, 1, 1. Okay, speed, power, and stamina bonus. Jesus. I mean, if this is a scenario card, then I'm probably just pulling on the free pulls at least, but... At random point during the second half of the race, you'll get a speed boost, your stamina will recover. Interesting. Sure. Sure. This is like... worse Radiant Star. Oh, current speeds! Never mind. Never mind. Okay, yeah, I mean, we hit the free pulls. As is her right as a goddess? Sure. Chiono O and Medjiro Arden, I'm probably fine. Nice Nature and Medjiro McQueen. I don't think I'm gonna pull on any horse banners at this point, besides Tamamo. Unless it's an Oguri or Tamamo banner, like I'm just gonna skip them because the support banners are too tempting. Nice Nature. Arabian Nights, just a little bit. Nice. Oisu! It's that power card right there. Yup. And Medjiro McQueen. McQueen! Is that the wit card? No, it's the one in the dress. This one. Stamina, a stamina card, and a power card, huh? This better be a crazy banner. Game power bonus 3 when the bond gauge is full. Okay, I see you. Umastan. Ooh, just gives you Umastan, huh? In the right place. This is gold slipstream. Okay, whatever. Sin Gray main spotted. It's true. It's true. Oguri was my favorite before I even watched Cinderella Grey, but Tamamo, watching Cinderella Grey really made me like Tamamo. Around the point during the middle leg, your speed will slightly increase and your stamina will recover. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, I don't care. It's a stamina card and a power card, let's be honest. I mean, that's a good skill for a stamina card to have. It's Maestro with speed attached, right? And it was middle race too, so it's a very, I mean, it's a very good recovery, right? Like, let me just double check that again, make sure I didn't. I think that is Maestro with fucking speed attached to it, right? Only for longs, but yeah, it is Maestro with the speed up, so it's really good, but it's okay. Sakura Laurel, you're not Tamamo or Oguri, I fear. Aishin Flash and Air Groove, this is a rerun. Neo Universe, I mean, you look cool, so I want to see what you do, but you're not Tamamo or Oguri, so I will not be pulling on you. Bogo's Binted Haunts. Is she an alien? 30% wit. Ad Astra. Ah, I see. Yes, she is. To the stars. If you're in the middle of the pack halfway through the race, your speed will increase. Bonus speed if it's a medium distance race and you've activated at least 7 skills. This better be a 0.55 if you're gonna do this to me. Nope. Glue. Moving on. Come What May and Luminescence. After activating 13 other skills? And it's only Pro Curve? I mean, maybe we're late enough in the game that like this matters, but like loses to Christmas Oguri, I fear. No, for real. What the fuck? Like, at least give me like a 0.45 for this. I mean, I guess it'd be too broken as the game progressed, but okay, get me out of here, man. Simbali, Rudolph, and Godoshipu. This is a rerun, isn't it? I think I remember. Well, no, maybe not. I don't think it is. Let's take a look. Yeah, no, it's new. It's new. Oh, Gold Chips ASR. Okay, SSR Guts. Probably don't care. Neo Universe is a very strong inherit to this day. Whatever you say, man. Gain speed bonus 2 when bond gauge is at least 80. You're a Guts card, though, so I kind of hate you. Sure. What do you give me? Maestro. Yeah, whatever, man. Fuck out of here, Kaicho. You guys aren't Oguri or Tamamo. You aren't Oguri or Tamamo. I'm going a little faster because I want to actually get to the end of this, but... This is the Everyone banner? No, it's not. But it's Gold City, Jordan, Medjiro Palmer, and Daitaku Theos. This is the Gyaru banner. I understand. Skipped Mambo. What a monster. Wait, where's Mambo? What the fuck? Mambo. I didn't even notice. Wait, I mean, Mambo deserves a look, for sure. He hates her? I don't hate her. I'm stupid. I'm blind. Where'd she go? What the fuck? She doesn't exist? The game hates her? Oh, no, there she is. Sports Festival Mambo. We can take a look at Sports Festival Mambo. I don't hate her. 10 and 20. Sure, pace late. Yep. Rolling power drive. If you're in the middle of the pack during any corner in the second half of the race, your speed will slightly increase in medium races. Your acceleration will also increase. There's a lot of these medium merchants, huh? There's a lot of medium races, so. Halfway through the race on a corner, 4th to 7th on a medium, speed and excel. Special scaling. Under investigation. What the fuck do you mean by that? 0.1 excel huge? Under investigation. Is there, what? Okay. It's okay, Mambo. I don't hate you, but they do. Lion Waits is nice. From the Brink is nice. Oh, I see. They were like... Her ult is kind of weird, but they gave her good skills. Interesting. I mean, listen. Pat. But, like, we're going to move on. I don't hate her, obviously. I don't hate you either, but it's not Oguri. Mihono Bourbon. That's got to be a frontrunner card for sure. I don't even have to look, bro. I don't even have to fucking look. It's like every UI Goku dodges in Dokkan. Every Vegeta does additional attacks. Every Mihono Bourbon gives you taking the lead. This is a rerun of the piano playing Zephyr. Oh, Beerus? Okay, we gotta look at the Beerus banner. Hold up. We do have to take a look at the Beerus banner. Lord of Destruction, Breaker of Fences. Yeah. All the drip. 30% power. Okay. Late end. Thunderstorm Sublation. If you're in the second half of the pack during the final leg or beyond, then on the final straight, your speed will increase. The effect is stronger in medium Tokyo races. This better be a 0.55. Okay, I was gonna say medium Tokyo. So Derby, like huge Derby merchant, but we'll rip you in half on the Derby. Got it. Cloud Dragon's Metamorphosis. If speed and power are both at least 1,000, so like guaranteed, they will increase by an additional 60 points. I see. And Sturm und Drang. Huh. I mean, she's cool, but nah. The growth means you just get gains while clicking speed. It's true. 30% power growth is, it's nice. Jungle Pocket and Maru Zensky. It's the scene of her being mad that she won the Derby when Tachyon wasn't there. Fucking loser. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. My friends liked Beginning of a New Era more than Cinderella Grey, so I have a grudge against Jungle Pocket. Speed cards. Hold. Ah, shit. Aren't you good? I feel like I've heard that you're good. Guy who has the most media literacy. Oh, boy. Wait, really? Okay. Initial power, high initial friendship gauge, race bonus, high prio. Oh, decently high prio for a speed card. Skill point bonus, power bonus. He gets TE at 45. 5, okay. Medium long, if you're in the middle of the pack during the first half of the final leg, you get a slight speed boost. Slick Surge, take the chance. Oh, this is the current speed boost. Yeah, fuck. This is the current speed boost in the final leg. Oh my. Yeah. 3rd to 7th. Oh, this is a good ass card, huh? I don't know if I need another speed card though. That's the thing. Let's take a look. This is worth taking a proper look at. Like if we, well, that's cool art. If you like put her there and put like you there, and put like you there, right? Sure, that's really good, right? Like yes, bond gate has to be full, but that's really good. That's really good. TE, initial power. I mean, friendship is good. Sure, trials worse. Skill point bonus. And Pasa. I mean, Pasa is kind of Pasa is better than the 3 of these probably, right? So that's the like the comparison is who you run with Pasa. They straight up not print Surging Beat ever again. The Jungle Pocket actual horse has it, but I mean, Surging Beat is definitely the best skill out of the 3 of these, right? It is a pretty crazy skill. Is it a random point? I mean, it's good because it's current speed regardless, but yeah, it is a random point of the first half still, though, so... that is the best skill that any of them give, for sure, right? Because Pro Curve is really nice, but it's not that good. And Tachyon gives, I don't remember what her gold skill is. Unstoppable. At a random point during the mid-race, your speed will increase for paces. Yeah. For lates, she's kind of strong. Yep. Devil May Care is a nice skill too, right? So is this Take the Chance one? This is from the Brink White. Jungle Pocket usually compared to Pasa and Duramente. That's a good card, man. That is a good card. What's she like at 1 LB? She still gets that, which is huge. Probably doesn't get that one. I mean, she's... What does she gain at higher LBs? Like, wait, oh god, is she good at 1 LB? When she has a skill point? Wait, oh shit. Oh, she's like... Am I missing something? Like from 1 L, like let's put them next to each other. Jungle Pocket.
TE. Okay. I mean, that matters. That does matter, but considering it's a difference between 1 LB and 4 LB, he's like almost the same horse. Yeah. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh. That's a good horse. Remember when I said if we found something really good, we might have to try and fit in 2 banners? Like try and fit in like an extra 30k somewhere? I think this is probably worth it. TE is a deal breaker for some, I imagine. I mean, it's certainly nice, but like, this is not 60k extra carats worth, probably. Especially because they start handing out really high sums of TE to other cards you're going to be putting in your deck. Right? Like, they start handing out like 20 TE like all over the place. I think she's worth getting at 1 LB, for sure. I mean, it's something, I think it's actually something to like add on here, genuinely. Like, it is worth that. Like, in both timelines, this probably happens. Is it worth skipping Fine-Mo and just waiting for Ramonu? I mean, it depends on your account. You can run both, is the big one, right? You can run both. And in fact, if you're like running paces or something, you probably should run both. Interesting. The Maru is an SR, so that's fine. Moggs Creek CB for sure. Yes, though again, it might be a kind of thing where it honestly, this might be worth enough to squeeze something else in, but yeah. Daiwa Scarlet and someone who I cannot, like, for the life of me, make out their face. It's a wit card though. Daiwa is a guts card. What is this? What is going on here? Gain mood effect 60 when in a friendship training. Okay. Concentrate. Okay, this is a front, right? Machan is a front. El Condor Pasa. That's true. That's fucking real and true, man. What are you? You're a guts card. The higher the combined facility level, the higher trading effectiveness you'll gain up to 20. That's quite nice. No prio. That's what we like to see. And this is also front. Okay, so this is a front runner banner. I see. This is 2 fronts. Taiki Shuttle, ACAB applies, I fear. TM Opera O and Silence Suzuka. What are you guys up to over there? SSR Wit card. I mean, that'll always be interesting. I'll always take a look. Gain Wit bonus when bond gauge is 80. And she comes with... Oh, no other bonus. Interesting. Okay, sure. And she gives you Monster, which is really nice for paces, and Beeline Bursts. It's okay. It's okay. There are too many good banners. Suzuka has too many cards for real. Wait, is that an SSR? No, it's an SR. Yeah. Mayano Shotgun and Capano Ricky. I presume I don't care, but let's see. SSR Power. She is EP, which is cute. I do like that she's EP. TE 10 when bond gauge is 80. Sure, it's not bad. Ramp up, blah, blah, blah. No stopping me. I mean, it is nice. No stopping me on a power card, right? She has like 3 SSRs already, though. That's how it goes. Tosin Jordan and Bamboo Memory. Gold City. Medjiro Palmer. Katsuragi Ace. You're the person who kept getting mogged by Rudolph, right? Let's take a look at this. Take a look at this. SSR Speed. I mean, that always will be interesting, but I assume you're a fronter. Long. At a random point of the mid leg, your speed will increase and your stamina will recover. No, I mean, that's just like better pro curve. Right? That is just better pro curve on longs. Well, I guess no, because it can't re-trigger necessarily. It has to be in the mid-race. Pro Curve can re-trigger in the late race. It is crazy how good Kita-san is, man. Sure. I mean, seems fine. Gain speed bonus for every recovery skill, up to 3 for 3 skills. Wait, Christmas Oguri buff? Hold? 50 prio, a skill point bonus. I mean, it's a cool speed. It's just, speed actually is just so crowded. That's a good speed card, but speed is just too crowded. Katsuragi Ace. You're not Cinderella Grey related, so I'm sorry. This is a rerun. Sirius Symboli, Wonder Acute, and Grass Wonder. I get it. I see what you did there, video game. That was very funny. I have lost my way. There you go. SSR Power. You're gonna have to do some crazy shit, Wonder Acute. I'm not gonna lie to you. Game Power bonus 2 when bond gauge is 80. Sure. Mud Play. Oh, he's a dirt guy. I forgot.
Leisurely dust bath. Bro, what are we doing here? Okay, it's just gold slipstream for dirt. Okay, that's fine. I love Ace even though I'm not focusing fronts. Real and true. This is the Agnes Tachyon outfit that everyone loves. Okay. Yeah, here's the problem. What is this banner, man? What are you doing to me? Did I forget Ace shows up for 3 frames in Sid Gray? Real and true. What are you doing to me, man? Like, this banner. This jungle pocket better be ass. Make my life a little easier. Oh, what? Hit. Okay. What are you? So let's start with the less interesting one. 20 friendship bonus on a guts card. Silly guy. What do you do? Oh, I mean late surger stuff, right? Because pocket is yeah. Pilfer, late surger corners, overflowing passion. If you're not on the front, that'll random point to the second half of the opening leg. Your speed will randomly increase. It's nice, sure. On the move, if you're not on the front or the second half of the middle leg, your speed will slightly increase. There's a lot of different speed skills. Take the chance is nice as well. That's the from the brink. Yeah, white. Slick surge, obviously. If you're not in the front during the second half of the middle leg, your speed increases. This is on the move gold. Devil May Care. That's a lot of nice late surger skills, right? That is a lot of nice late surger skills. And then Manhattan Cafe is, oh wow, wit bonus 2, skill point bonus 1 when the bond gauge is full. Decent friendship, decent prio. Wit cards tend to have a little lower. Good TE. Doesn't get initial friendship gauge until 3 LB. Ooh, that's painful. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is painful, especially because she wants to completely fill her bond gauge, right? Ooh, that is a nasty little design. Okay. And then long straightaways, mold breaker. It's a random pointer to the third corner if you're in the second half of the pack. You get a slight speed boost. Nice. Lock on if you're in the second half of the pack during the second half of the middle leg. Your speed will slightly increase. Sure. Great haste. Late surge or long. If you have surplus strength during the first half of the final leg, current speed increase. Devil May Care, between or long. Yeah, we know this one. Tail held high. Lose yourself. Oh my. Tail held high. Late surge or corners. Here's the thing. This is still just... This is a really nice card for late surgers on longs. This is low-key a crazy card, I think. It's a really nice card for late surgers on longs. Is this not just the kind of thing that you borrow on your long CMs? This is not going to be a staple. Like, it's a good card. If you're not getting this, right? If you're not getting this, this is a fine card. If you're getting this, it's insane, right? But, like, there's only a long CM once every, like, 5 CMs, you know? Something like that. So, is this not just a card? I assume they buff cooldown the same way they buff Bofa. But, like, so it's a great card for longs. But is this not just a card you borrow? The next 3,000 plus CM is CM 24? Yeah. And, like, I mean, on anything longer, but all the long cards I think are borrows. 2 longs per cycle? Yeah. So, like, don't get me wrong, this is an amazing card. Like, if you're a late surger player and it's a long CM, this is like if you're not running this, you're trolling, right? But you just borrow it. This is in a post-Ramonu world, too. I mean, this is, listen, it's probably better than Ramonu for longs for late surgers. This skill is just great. It's a perfect excel. This is a perfect excel. This is a guaranteed perfect excel on late surgers. There's a very good reason they don't give them that, right? Because they have the best acceleration already, and they have the, like, almost the best late game speed coefficient, right? Ramono's mile medium? Yeah, that's true. So yeah, you kind of, you switch. I mean, but mile medium is every fucking CM, so... I'll double check which scenario this card is released. This is Grandmasters, I think. So you're not scenario card locked. I mean, I feel like you always pull on the fucking friend card, like always, right? Like they give us free pulls on all of them, and they always are on good banners. Like so, you know, like prioritizing just getting the PAL card at least to like 1 LB or something is usually a good idea anyway, and then you just go from there. There are scenarios where it's like the banner or the cards, like the 3 goddesses in the food festival. When you say what do you mean? Like they don't like it's not easy to get them, or they're not as important? I would assume you mean the second part. There's 3 goddesses you choose between Palcard or Ramonu. I see what you mean. I mean, we should still get 100 pulls on it, right? Food festival has a card attached to the Palcard. Interesting. No free pulls on that PAL banner. Oh, okay. I see. I still think at that point you just make the tough choice of whether you want to go Like whether you just want to go without lose yourself, right? This is a really, really interesting banner, but I don't know that I care that much. This is a rerun. Naruto Top Road. We love NTR, and then we get to Pasa. Okay. So the interesting banners, the choices here, and we can pick 2 of the 3 of these. The free pulls went to Ramonu, and they rug pulled JP and did a pal card anyways. I mean, that's true. I am planning for free pulls on. Well, if the free pulls went to Ramonu, I mean, this could be 45k. I do have 60k earmarked for Ramonu right now. So if that happens, I could put 15 into the pal card probably. Okay, so the 3 interesting banners that I am not definitely pulling on, fucked up evil gacha game, yeah, are at this point Creek CB I think gets outclassed. I feel like of all these cards, between the Manhattan Cafe card, the Poke Speed card, and the Air Groove Wit card, I feel like my favorite of them is the Air Groove Wit card. Right? So, like, the one that is probably, Brain. The one that is probably the constant there is the Air Groove banner. Really? Yes. Because, here's why. You are useful once every 7 CMs. You are, like, genuinely, you are arguably better at 1 LB than, like, the other, this genuinely, depending on how much you care about race bonus, you can make an argument this card is better at 1 LB than NN is at MLB. Right? She just has better wit output and a better skill hint. And, I mean, compared to Fine Mo, Fine-Mo would be a better card if you're running paces, but Fine-Mo doesn't have a useful skill if you're a pace, which is going to start mattering a lot as we move on. Right? Like this card has a skill point bonus. Like, again, let's just pull this back up again. Rabonu obviously is not in the comparison pool here, but if we just like compare all of these cards at MLB, and I mean it's an unfair comparison because I'm not gonna have this at MLB for a long time, where I have you at MLB right now, and I could get you at MLB, but if I save my resources, I could actually MLB you, potentially. But like, so Fine Mo wins on friendship bonus, sure, but like 2 speed bonus on a wit card is so good, and she also has a wit bonus, right? So she has 3 total here. You have 2, you have 1. The TE is where she falls behind bigly, right? Both of them mog her in TE hugely. Initial friendship gauge, again, better. Race bonus, depends, right? Depends on how much you care about the race bonus. I think it's good, but I think certainly it's not quite as game-breaking once we leave Bant, is my understanding, right? There's a skill point bonus, which none of them have, which is probably, of everything here, the best thing on this card, right? They all have the 5 wit, friendship, recovery, and then her skills are, I mean, she has decent skills, whatever, like position pilfer is nice, late search straightaways is nice, fearless, right, be still, sure. But then, like, Fast and Furious is just better than On Your Left, probably. Like, even after On Your Left gets buffed, Fast and Furious might still be better than On Your Left, genuinely. And almost doubles the prio. Yeah, that too. 65, 35, 35. It's like her skill hint is better, and compared to Fine-Mo for late searchers, her skill hint is useless, right? Compared to past speed start is nothing. So, like, this is... Yeah, and then compared to 1LB, everything still holds, right? Her prio still mogs. She still gets a skill point bonus. She still has 4 bonus total. 2 speed, 1 wit, 1 skill point, right? Her prio is still way higher. She still has a better skill hint. Like, her T doesn't even get higher, really. Her race bonus gets even worse. So that's the big thing. The big gap, the big things against her are her TE is way lower and her race bonus is way lower, which are knocks against her. But, like, I don't even know what to say, man. This card's really good. Like genuinely, I could see myself running this card at 1LB in certain situations, especially on longer tracks. On shorter tracks, Nice Nature gets way better, right? But like on like mediums, and longs, right? Fast and Furious is better than On Your Left. I could see myself, if I'm running 2 wit, I could see the 2 wit being 1LB Air Groove over MLB NN, and Ramonu, right? And then, I mean, on long, like, you would be better on longs, right? Like, you're better on longs than anyone else here. But again, you're only really even worth it on longs, because you don't even get your initial friendship bonus at all until 3LB, which is real rough for a card that needs to max its bond gauge for its thing to pop, right? Like, you get all of this at bond gauge 80. You have to max your bond gauge to be good, and you start with 0 initial friendship gauge. That is so painful to play around. So, I mean, of these 4 cards, the best one, I think, is the Air Groove Wit if you're a late surger main. So that to me is the static thing here. The question then becomes, Is it a Poke Speed or is it a Manhattan Cafe long angle? And I mean, honestly, Surging Beats, it's probably a Poke Speed angle. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? Like Bond Gauge is full speed bonus 3. I mean, you're crowded a little bit. You're a little crowded out. You are a little crowded out. But like I mean, the thing is, because you're unique is where you're unique and your skill is where a lot of your power comes from, right? You don't really suffer too much for being at 1 LB. He still has 3 speed bonus, 1 power bonus, 1 skill point bonus, and like an amazing skill hint in Surging Beat, even at 1 LB. So like I could see a world where in some scenarios I'm like running, you know, this and Kitasan, or this and Tachyon, or this and Pasa. Like it could be the second speed card that I run. I know eventually for like one scenario, I think you drop down to Highlander decks, and from what I heard, even that is like, it's like the same way like the Guts Max thing is. Like it works, but it's not like it's the old, like it's not like it's the dominant strategy even, as far as I understand it. But like if we're running 2 speed cards, I could see a lot of situations where this would be the second speed card I pick, you know. Like Tachyon is an amazing speed. I think you usually still run 2 speed. Yeah, Tachyon is an amazing speed stat stick of all the speed cards, even compared to Pasa, right? Tachyon is the best speed stat stick. Agnes, Tachyon, and if we include Pasa in here as well, she has fucking 44 speed bonus, 80 priority, and 2 skill point bonus, right? So like she's this great card, but it's also true that like she's a pace card primarily. Right now, I'm still gonna pull on her absolutely because I think she is. I do run paces every now and then, and I think she is just that good, right? But like, I could definitely see a world where on a lot of CMs where I'm like for my lates, I'm running Kitasan and Poke, right? Or like I'm running Pasa and Jungle Pocket or something like that. Like I could see it. So I think I will this banner comes first, and I think I will prioritize it. But I will really when the I think I have come up with the idea. It's this. And in order, I suppose, this goes all the way at the end. I want to super fuck because they're requiring LB3 on scenario card. Requiring, huh? People often use that word, and I find myself wondering if that's true, but maybe you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I know nothing at all. But, so Ramonu is like pretty late, right? I think it looks like this. Is that right? I think this is like roughly the timeline. You get a clear mechanical advantage with it. Gotcha. I think this is roughly. Well, actually, I think this might be before Tachyon. I think the thing that is the closest upcoming is the Tama banner. So I think this is the timeline. There is. This is like 15k more than I'll actually have in carrots. So this is gonna rely on like, you know, like a 1.5 anniversary, or like some dev handouts that are bigger than normal, or like, yeah, like, I mean, second anniversary will probably bridge this gap. Second anniversary will probably bridge this gap, right? Like 1.5 and second anniversary will probably bridge this gap, because this is total, right? If you include everything, this is 30, 75, 105, 175, 205, and 260, right? Is that right? 30, 75, 105, 165, 195, 240. It's 240, right? Stuff like leveling up team trials and other quests will help. Yeah, this is 240. If I get 12k carrots a month, which is pretty consistent, I'll be at around 220 total, including what I have right now by the time that Pasa comes out, right? So there's like 20k carrots that we have to bridge here. I think that is doable. I think that is doable through, again, just, yeah, like if I can get the class 6 in team trials, you know, if I make sure I'm always hitting my dailies and shit like that, you know, any limited time missions that show up. But again, I think what is actually going to bridge that gap, 20Ks with invariance for Uma pulls? Yes. What is going to bridge that gap is either getting lucky on this. If I like pull Tama, I think I stop immediately. I like an RE1, but I think if I pull Tama like 5k carrots in, I run away from this banner. So there's always huge saving priorities, or huge saving opportunities on Uma banners. And then, if not, then it comes down to 1.5 anniversary, second anniversary. In those months, we get way more than 12k, right? So, Class 6 actually easy right now if you just lock it and track blaze all of them. Yeah, I just need to upgrade my Team Trials team. If I have to drop something off of this, it's Jungle Pocket. If at the end of the day, and I think I should be able to tell, because I think she is the second last thing before, I think she's after Ramonu, right? Like, Pasa is right there. That is a rerun. That is not Ramonu's original release. I think so. I think I have the order correct. Yeah, Pocket's right there. And Ramonu, I think, was earlier. Yes, yeah. So Pocket is the second last thing. So if anything is going to drop out of this, is going to be Jungle Pockets. Jungle Pocket is a nice to have. He seems like a very, very nice card for late surgers as a speed card. But there are enough good speed cards. You know what I mean? Like, there might be a world where I want to run Jungle Pocket and Pasa over like Kitasan and Pasa, for example. But it's not going to be like a shattering difference between the two. So if it turns out that I'm not going to have enough for this, you are getting cut, which is nice because you're at the end. It does work out very nicely that the thing that I'm the least attached to is one of the last pulls. For me, the card I need to find carrots saved for, yeah, is what? Is Wit Medro McQueen? Wit Medro McQueen. Is she after this? Hold up. It's for pace? Let me see. McQueen. Oh, she is later, huh? Descended flying. If you're in the first half of the pack at a random point in the middle leg, your speed will slightly increase. Is it current speed? Target speed. Interesting. And is this gain whip bonus on the bond gauge at least 80? Okay, yeah. I mean, it's another mid-race speed skill. We do love to see it. It's a good one too. 4 seconds of 0.25. It's the baseball McQueen one. Yeah. I mean, this is also going to be like an interesting thing to think about too. Is that pace needs more of those? That's fair. I like this plan does leave me like bone dry right after as the Pasa banner hits, right? Like once we pull on the Pasa banner, we have close to 0 carrots, which is something that I have not had yet. So that is also a thing to think about as we get to Jungle Pocket. I think I look slightly forward ahead. I'm gonna be pulling on all of this for sure. Like up to here, this is happening, right? This might be 45k to Ramonu, which would be nice as well. And then if we do get 100 free pulls on Ramonu, that does free me up to either pull on the gods and ancestors thing, or it bridges the gap to let me pull on Poke Speed. It depends on what that scenario looks like and how important that group card is for it. Probably quite. But yeah, it's been eating well like last year or so on JP. I have a chart for the free pulls. Someone said that we get them on Ramonu instead of on the PAL card for ancestors. Let's see. It might not be exactly the same as it was on JP, mind you. Right? I think. What am I looking at? Oh, 100 free scouts, 100 free scouts. Better than NTR, go for it. Real and true. Easy skip, real and true. Where are the wit? I'm blind. Wit, there it is. 100 free scouts. 120 free scouts. 120 free scouts. So that's quite nice. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, I mean, that's happening for sure. MLB it, you got it, boss. I'll get right on that. I mean, the best thing that I can do for that is, again, just going to pity twice on it. This chart is kind of bad, IMO. I mean, I'm not really taking the opinions on it too seriously. I'm just more concerned about what it says about free pulls, right? Again, keep in mind, these might not be the same on global. Because if I remember correctly, was it true that... Did Japan not get the free pulls on Rico? Like the spreadsheet with the pictures more? Yeah, you did send that. I think I still have that. Wasn't there something different with Rico? The Rico is unique to us? Yeah. So, I mean, they have shown that they're willing to change things up on the timeline in global, but every other free pulls is the same. Yeah, but I guess it's possible that we lose one. I mean, people will be very mad about that, so I don't expect that. But it's possible that we also get another one, right? So, we'll see. We'll see. I'll bookmark this while I have it. I don't see why not. Full timeline. The amount of Google Sheets that this shit makes me bookmark, man. Okay, I'm happy with that though. That is, I think, a reasonable pull plan. It's a nice mix of just I love Tamamo Cross, so we're pulling on Tamamo Cross, and then just like it turns out there's just a lot of good cards coming up, and we have the resources saved to do it. I'm gonna have to be very conscientious about that Poke Speed pull though. There's a very good chance it doesn't happen. Because for that to happen, I would have to have enough carrots, and also, once we arrive, I'll look ahead like 2 or 3 months, and there have to be nothing I want to spark on more than that. So this one is certainly, like, this is in danger. How's your CM going? I haven't done my day 2s, but I'm Group A finals, so I'm chilling. I was very unprepared for this one. Like, again, I think I've done barely a double-digit amount of ace runs for this, but Christmas Oguri just clutches the fuck up. Tamamo clutched round 1, like, hugely, and then Christmas Oguri clutched up round 2 for me, so we're happy with it. I did not have, like, super strong aces going into the CM. Like, my Christmas Oguri doesn't have long S, and she's missing quite a lot of mid-race for my liking, but she just wins. She just fucking, she's never let me down. Every time that a CM has looked a little dangerous, it just works. Like, I did get rolled by Tamamo twice. I did not realize she had it like that. Oh, she has it like that, man. Tamamo feels really good. Like, she feels much better in the CM than I expected. Her ult is just strong. Her ult is, like, it's just, you know, if you like Anchors Away. Like, if you like Anchors Away, she just has, right, like, it's just like Anchors Away that can give acceleration, right? Like, and it's super possible because of the fact that the position is actually a little restrictive. I found this does hit late, like, a lot into the mid race, and, like, there's a good few times where she actually gets acceleration and speed carryover out of this, right? Even if she doesn't, this is comparable. This is, like, even just the speed baseline is Anchors Away comparable, right? Like, if you think about on a 1300, 5 times 3.2 is 16. 16 times 0.35 is 5.6. 6 times 3.2 times 0.25 is 4.8, right? So just even baseline, 4.8 versus 5.6, right? Even just baseline, her shit is better Anchors Away. With a bit of a more restrictive condition, or I mean, restrictive as far as backline, but can also trigger if she pushes too far forward, which has been great. So, like, baseline, it's better Anchors Away, and then every now and then she just hits the nuts and rips you in half if she hits it near the end of the mid race. So she's real strong. End closers have been annoying to build in Mant, but at least she has an ult. Tama has felt a lot better to build than, like, Maya did, for example, because she actually has an ult that she can utilize throughout the entire career, which is good. My Tama hit Unique, Daring Strike, Radiant Star, Spurt, and went into orbit. The only time my Mayano has won exactly 1 race out of 20 so far, or 25, or whatever. And the only time it happened is exactly that. She hit Radiant Star, she hit Nimble, she had No Stopping Me, and Spurt, like, all immediately as the late race began. She actually hit Radiant Star a little bit beforehand, too, so she got some speed carryover. And she won by 2 lengths. My Maya sucks so much. My Tama almost ran her down. Tama just hit, like, Nimble Nav, and she almost ran her down for real. My Mayano is so bad. I could not build a good one. For, like, she has like a 3% win rate. Out of 25 races, she's won 1. And it's when she hit the nuts, and she barely won. Like, she hit the nuts and ran, like, a 3:13. Which is, it's not bad for that track, but it's not good. I think the best time I've gotten on the CM for both of them, Tama and Oguri have both run a 3:12.2 for me. I did see a Rudolph run a 3:12 flat, and she was like she didn't have long S or, like, max stats, which was very weird. Or, like, I don't even know how she did it, but she did. She just hit the nuts, I guess. But she didn't have NSM. She didn't have Radiant Star. She had nothing to even gamble on, but she just ran a 3:12 flat and, like, cooked my ass. Kaicho, I guess. That's GOAT. I looked at her stats after, and I don't even know what she hit. There's nothing to hit in the kit. He was like an A+ Rudolph with, like, 1200 speed, sure, but no long S, like 700 power, like 700 wit, enough, like 1100 stamina. She didn't have it. Like, I don't know where she got it, but she got it. She found it somewhere, and she beat my ass. Mile is easier to build than Tama because you can buy NSM early. She doesn't need as many Mile Sparks. Yeah, the Mile Sparks, I have enough for both of them. NSM is nice, but I don't know, man. I don't know. For some reason, like, I feel like the mid-race velocity helps Tama not get blocked, is what it feels like. Right? Like, in general, if you don't get blocked in these races, it feels like you just win anyway, right? Like, you have better stats. Even in junior year, you usually have better stats than, like, all the jobber horses, right? It's just that there's 18 horses in the lobbies, so it's, like, way easier if you just run to someone's back and die. My Tama ate so many clocks. Maybe I just got lucky, but I only ended up I did 1 run for Tomo Cross, to be fair. It was a very small sample size, but she was killing it. I did 1 run. I got like good enough stats in long S, and I was like, I'm moving on. And then I did like 8 runs on Maya, got nothing. And then I went back to Oguri and got a SS1. And like I did like 3 Oguri runs, like 1 Tama run, and 8 Maya runs. And my Maya was the worst horse I have by far. I just couldn't get her to work. Anyways, that's a baseball. That's a poll plan. I'll take that, man. I'll take that. Thank you for your thoughts, and hopefully, if anyone had not looked ahead, I know I kind of skipped some of the stuff that wasn't relevant to me. So if you're like a front main or something, my bad. But hopefully this is also helpful to some of you to see what's coming up and what might be good. Quick notes: I am not gonna stream on Saturday again. I have some apartment hunting stuff to do, but honestly, I'm so fucking at this point. I'm so fucking sick of not doing this coaching stream. I think we're just gonna make Sunday into a sub-only stream this week. I'm just gonna say fuck it. Sunday is still sub-only. We're just doing coaching anyway because this coaching stream is like 5 weeks overdue. So we're gonna do that probably. But holy part-time. Listen, man. I've been very busy the past. Like, there's always some shit. My weekends I've had a lot of plans full of them. Also, I mean, I am part-time. I have a full-time job. I would love to do this full-time eventually, but made up for it with all the Jita content you made. I'm catching up on. Nice. This is, I mean, eventually, if I want to make this a full-time job, I'm gonna have to work 2 full-time jobs for a little bit, right? Where I just stream and edit and stuff like that for like 40 hours a week, and then work for like 40 hours a week, and then just keep up with that grind, which I'm happy to do. But I do have to just readjust after my schedule got changed by starting a job. Anyways, Sunday is the coaching stream. Saturday is also my birthday, but I don't actually have any plans for that. You would think I would be skipping stream because I'm like doing something for my birthday, but I don't really plan anything for my birthday. So it's just apartment hunting stuff. But yeah, good luck with your CM. Happy future birth. Thank you. Happy early birthday, indeed. Turning 27, which is a very young age, and I don't want to hear anything else about it. Have fun with your CM. Have fun. Apartment hunting. Oof, I hate moving. I'm moving out of like my family home, which feels nice. I'm excited to do it. I'm moving in with like my best friend. You're 26, prestige 1 now. Yeah, I'm moving in with my best friend. So like I'm pretty excited to do it. But it is just, yeah, it's still like finding an apartment, and at the actual physical process of moving and all of that is certainly pretty ass. But it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it at the end of the day. But yeah, fellas, see you on Sunday. Happy Easter weekends to anyone who celebrates as well. Or if you don't celebrate like me, and it's just like you just get a day off work, then happy that too. For me, I'm not Christian, but I love the idea of getting Friday off of work. That shit is dope as fuck. Have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful day. Enjoy your CM runs. Get to round 2. Get to Group A finals. Merry Chris S. And I'll see you on Sunday for what is most likely going to be a sub-only stream where we finally get that coaching done. Peace. I'm eating Subway. Reminded it's 2